ladies and gents, welcome to Dungeon Select.
Hello?
We're back.
Hello.
Another week.
Hello.
Yeehaw, you know? Wait, what the hell happened? What the hell happened here?
This is the bloke who got me on the penis. People.
Oh, I'm on the wrong scene. I'm on the wrong scene, that's why.
Hands up, please.
Got him.
That's the first thing you said in fucking...
Ladies
So I
and
think he needs to
gentlemen,
say it.
this is Democracy Manifest.
Manifest.
Good video, dude. Get your hands off my penis! You know? Good video.
Ah, I see you know your
You
judo,
do
well.
well. Yeah, dude. Oh, fuck.
Oh boy.
Oh, shit, dude. Hey, guys. Welcome on in. Thanks, everyone, for the host. Sassy, Dalton, Retro, Carly, anyone else that's here that I missed. Hi.
Wow.
I hosted.
Welcome to it.
Yeah, I hosted as well. Huh?
Dutch being toxic, dude.
Okay, dude. All right.
Hates his players.
Just a blanket thank you in the chat. Thanks for the host,
Don't
guys.
hate the players, hate the game.
Yeah.
Hate yourself.
Welcome to another session of Dungeon Select. Session 38, I think?
37.
38.
180.
Because 37 is up on YouTube.
I thought it was 39.
Your forehead.
So it's 37, no?
I mean, I'll just
How have I
in
missed?
the video.
How have I missed a week somewhere? Just looking through my notes.
I don't know, man.
Last
I don't
week
know.
all we did was get.
Oh,
rid
I
of
found it. I
shops.
wrote 34 twice. I'm retarded.
Yeah, it's 38.
Never
Yeah, it is
mind. Ignore
38.
me, fellas. Just gonna-
Fuck.
You know.
Before we
Can't
get
be
into the
done.
swing of things, do we have any announcements?
Hanzo and I believe, have a new episode of our podcast out today.
I'm working on it right now.
So, oh, okay. Well, we will by the end of the day or by early tomorrow. So those of you that listen to our podcast, check it out. And of
Cool,
course,
cool.
please don't judge me for my audio and video quality today because I am on vacation. I am not.
Yes. Laura is being a fucking trooper for even being here because she's in Florida living the good life right now. So,
Flow Rider.
Where's the mimosas?
exclamation mark MAM Wrestling, guys, if you want to check out Hans and Laura's podcast, the website, and all that good stuff. I have a little announcement. I uploaded my first YouTube video last Friday. Dab is gonna do
It's
it every
fucking
week.
hilarious.
Thanks. From now on, every week I'll be doing, every Friday I'll be uploading a video, which is just a compilation of clips that I've garnered over the past week, some random silly editing in there, and hopefully get you guys a little chuckle out of it. Then I'll consider my job well done. Exclamation mark YT if you want to check out the latest video. Subscribe, do whatever the YouTubers do. There's a bell you can hit, I believe. All that shit.
Ding the bell. Smash the subscribe button and all that shit.
Smash it.
Punch that like button
Punch
until
them.
it begs for the sweet release of death.
Yes. Could you move your mic a little closer or speak up
No.
a little bit? Thank you. Man, other than that, I don't have any announcements. And if you guys also don't have any announcements, we can just
Get right on in.
get into it. Because last week, our Heroes of Exiles, or HOEs, as the abbreviation unfortunately spells.
So we have new traditions. Our every episode recap with last week our hose.
Last week, our HOEs.
These crazy hoes.
Last week, our HOEs traveled with a traveling trader, a turtle by the name of Dam. And they made it up to Port Duran, where they had a brief little break because Dam had to do some businessy type stuff. And they found a ship with a flag on it that Nakul recognized from his past. It's whoever's throwing dice, could you not?
I
I accidentally hit them and they went everywhere.
New episode of podcast is up. I
Hey,
got it
there you
up
go.
in like 2 minutes.
There you go. Good job.
The worrying thing is we know
Um,
it's bell dropping dice because we're so used to the sound of
Yep.
it.
So, anyway, the party, Soko, Narank, snuck up on the ship of the executioners and found that they were carrying a kidnapped black dragonborn girl to take her somewhere up north. That's really the specifics that you've gathered. And by some clever use of explosives and water-breathing potions, you broke her out and took her back to your own ship, and not really seem to have any of those executioners on your tail as of now. You also went to the inn in Port Duran to check up on the Dragonborn girl's brother, who also worked there, because if one black Dragonborn gets away, hey, they can go get the other. And they now both travel with you with the intent of going up to Northport to get on an airship there to visit family or friends that live somewhere else, somewhere far away, where the executioners can't get them, or, you know, that is the plan. And right before we ended last session, 6 humanoid-looking shark creatures jumped up on the ship. Large, built bodies, the big fin on their back, and these like shark heads, but on humanoid bodies. And looking at you like you guys are a good-looking snack. So before we get into anything, I would like you all to roll initiative.
While we're rolling, I have a question, Dutch.
Yes.
For future, obviously don't answer now, but to think about.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I've seen these shark creatures, depending on what their challenge rating is, could I eventually become one of the shark creatures that can walk on land with wild shape?
No. Because these are definitely not normal sharks.
Yeah.
Nice try. I already become a normal shark. That's not an issue. I want to be a shark.
I love getting advantage on initiative.
Me too.
And rolling 2
So
ones.
great.
Yep. No.
I've used all my good rolls for today.
Alright, I gotta fucking... Yep. Hang on. Give me... No, never mind. I'm lying. I'm lying. I'll just
You
roll
can.
this.
Your first hit is gonna be a crit. Your first shot you do with that crit die.
If it is, dude, I'm gonna cry.
If it is,
Imagine,
if it is,
though.
do you have to burn the witch? Do you have to
What's
burn,
their
like,
initiative, boys? 'Cause I don't know shit about shit.
I don't know shit about
I
shit.
rolled a
much about
14
shit.
and it was
I don't know
hot,
shit
so I was
about
like-
shit.
I was like, I'm gonna re-roll this. It's gonna be shit.
You were right.
I was wrong.
Too good.
I rolled better, and now all my good rolls are gone, because that's how it works.
Nice, dude. Hell yeah. Give me a second, guys. I need to make sure that get their initiative sorted.
That's not how it works.
I mean, it is for me. Whenever I roll good on initiative is when I miss every attack.
But you miss every attack anyway.
Where
Got
is
him.
my favorite music?
You're not wrong.
Not.
You're just a dick.
Meanwhile, whenever I roll, I just roll bad. It's just how I am.
Yeah.
I'm just.
Can we
I'm
insert
just
the
happy
clip of
every
the
time I
natural
don't roll
20?
full- I'm just happy every time I don't roll single-digit initiatives. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, good job.
Can we
Fair
just roll
enough,
that?
bro.
Can we just roll that clip of Hanzo getting that nat 20 with his paladin, just doing over 100 damage in one fucking?
I was gonna
go?
say I haven't actually rolled initiative yet, so shall we see if my theory stays true?
Yes.
I bet you roll like a
6.
16.
7, which
Damn,
goes down to
I
a
was
6
one
because I have
off.
minus
Oh.
1. So
I guess
That's-
6.
Okay, so
Burn the witch, burn Gypsy, burn.
Alright,
the...
so-
Gotta
Almost
weigh him
my
against a
pick.
duck.
Am I better
ladies and
than
gents, initiative 20 plus.
That's a natural fucking 20 to
Ooh.
make 20.
To make
We don't
20.
really have anyone who's high dex other than.
Alright.
No,
What do you mean?
15 to 20.
And Rick's?
Me.
Yeah,
18.
What was that, Tipsy?
18.
18,
19.
19.
Really nice to have initiative
The
modifiers.
Dex boys didn't roll well.
There is.
Nope.
10 to 15.
I got 13.
13.
Oh god, you guys still haven't gone.
Are the rest of you all under 10?
yep.
Oh my god, alright. E-by-gom.
You're gonna die.
5 to 10.
9.
9.
I got search.
5 because I have a +4 to initiative.
You're on that one.
What?
Soko. Balance is out though. I got a 20, you got a 1. Balance.
A 5
And now
for
he's
you,
gonna get 20.
Narong?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my 4th one I've rolled today.
What'd you get to add to your initiative?
+4.
I had a +4.
Is that everyone?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
I
Right?
hope so.
Alright.
Oh.
Yeah, I hope so too. Alright, so to kick off initiative, cool, you can go first. You are,
Oh boy.
there's 3 of
You're
these
allowed.
shark humanoids, kind of like, if you have the deck, you have like the staircase up that goes to the captain's like cabin.
Yeah.
There's 3 of them in front of the staircases that go up, and there's 3 of them behind
shit.
you on like the bow of the ship.
Kamikaze guy reminded me of something. He said, "What did alpaca roll?" And I don't have an alpaca, but I have
But
an
you do have an elk.
9.
What,
let me check its dex modifier because I have no fucking idea what it is.
Real,
like a
real
mount?
sort
I'm
of
gonna
dirt.
guess
So
+4.
these 2 groups, right?
Yes.
What sort of line
0.
situation are they?
Kind of like a crescent. So there's like
Motherfucker.
and pretty much.
Yeah,
Does
too.
that make sense? There's like 3,
Yeah.
you know, yeah.
Yeah, no, I get that.
What did Young Buck roll for initiative? Alonso?
9.
9.
I
So I
Assume-
got a
I'm gonna
6 and a 9,
assume.
69.
Assume that his dex is lower than our ranger's dex, right?
Yeah, his +0.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. So Nicole, you have your turn.
I
What do you want to
will.
do?
I will. The ones that are fucking the closest fucking to me, I guess.
They're kind of like equal distance. Doesn't really matter.
Then I'll go to the ones that are like not the captain's quarters, the other side, the fucking.
Okay.
Alright. How many can I hit with a lightning breath? 2 or
2. Yeah. 2.
2? Yeah. I'll
So you can
bonus
either
action.
like line it up so that you hit the one guy in front and the one guy in back, or you can line it up in a way where you get the 2 guys that are like in the front of the one guy in the back, kind of that.
I'll get like the one in front and one at back. So I'll get like kind of just through, and I will bonus
Okay.
action raid on that as well.
All right. That's dex saves for those 2, right?
Dex save, please. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
They're gonna fucking make that because it's a low fucking dex save, but sure.
That is a 6 and a 10.
That fails. Well, they both fail. Shit
Yep.
me.
They
Okay.
both failed.
Oh, I rolled garbage.
Garbage.
I'm a mature adult.
That's 14 lightning damage to each one.
14 lightning damage to each one. All right.
Yeah. And that is my turn.
Nice.
Yeah.
Does the lightning
if I-
seem to have any even bigger an effect on them than normal at all?
I don't
by any
really
chance that
know
we would notice?
because
They-
we're not taking any damage
You,
yet.
li-
apart from that one.
you line yourself up and you open your mouth and this line of lightning just shoots out. And the 2 that hit kind of just and you see them struggle. And as the lightning fades, they kind of still like twitch after it's gone.
will-
But they quickly, ready themselves again for
I'll
whatever
then
blow
spend
comes
the,
next.
Like, rest of my movement, I'll just be within like 5 feet of that front one and just get like right up into his melee
Okay.
range.
All
And
right.
that'll be
All right. Cool. Octanus, what do you want to do?
Oh yeah, it's me. Okay.
my-
Um. Okay. I'm gonna rage, and then just attack whichever one is closest.
I mean, you can choose. You can go to the group that Nicole went to, or the group that is still left alone on the front of the ship, and they're both groups are like equidistant from you, so like, it doesn't really matter which direction
Ooh,
you
I
go.
have a choice. Oh no. Okay. I'll go to the one where Nicole is.
Okay. So you walk over there, and you see Nicole is face to face with one of them. There's one like behind that guy, and there's one to that guy's left that are still left alone, relatively.
I'll go to the left.
Okay. So you go face to face with that man.
Yeah, I'm gonna reckless attack.
Okay. Roll your attack.
Shit. 1 second. I'm very slow today. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. Okay. 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 19 to hit.
Hits. Yep. Roll your damage.
Ooh. Okay. That is 17.
17 damage. Nice.
Yep.
Yeah. As you just walk up to this guy, you ready your axe and just overhead swing. You can see the axe kind of cleave into its shark-like, but also human-like shoulder. It's like a human torso, but it has like that grayish color, and it's slippery and wet, and it's weird. It's not unlike anything you've ever seen before. And it kind of cleaves in there, and you pull out your axe, and you can see just a streak of blood just out of it, and it almost seems that as he starts to bleed, you can see him kind of like smell. You can see his eyes go deeper and darker, and just looks at you with a wicked grin on his face.
We're gonna attack him again.
All right.
And the second one is reckless, isn't it? Because I said the first one was reckless, so that makes the other
Yes.
one.
Yes.
Ooh, okay, that is over 20, 24. I think. Yeah, 24.
Yes, Laura, you were in a shark sandwich. 24 hits, yeah.
Yeah. The same damage, 17 damage.
17 damage again. All right. Oh shit. Now I gotta do math. Got it. I'm a smart boy. So you lift up your axe out of the wound and immediately go for kind of like a side swipe and just try and just cleave him into his side. And the axe goes pretty deep in there, and you can see him kind of like twitch, and his teeth start showing, and he's looking hurt. He's looking pretty rough already. Done a lot of damage to this guy. That is your turn.
That's it. I'm gonna go get tape for my fingers.
Aberran.
The Crescent of Sharks.
Yes.
How far are they away from each other? Is it like one central and then 5 feet diagonal either side, or are they
Yeah,
spread out?
that's exactly what it is. It's one central and
Okay.
5 diagonal either side.
I am going to go to the 3 that aren't engaged when they call an Actanis.
Okay.
I'm going to stand directly in front of the middle shark so that there's one either side of me. I'm
Brave.
going to use my action. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Very brave.
I'm going to use my action to activate my plate mail.
All right. So they gotta make on their turn. They gotta make saves for that, right? You sure?
No saves. They just take 2d6.
Oh yeah, that's right. But it's on the start of their turn, right? That's how it
Yeah.
works.
And then I'm going to bonus action cast spiritual weapon behind the one in front of me
Okay. Yeah.
and make an attack with that.
Mm-hmm. What's the weapon look like? Is it the glaive again, or what is it?
Yes.
Or-
The
Not a glaive. Is it the glaive? All right, cool.
Yeah,
So
it's
you stand, you walk up and you focus on your armor, and you can see this swirling red tornado form with these sharks. So I'm gonna make the joke for you, Gypsy. Yes, that is kind of considered a Sharknado. Go fuck yourself.
I wasn't even thinking.
And these sharks are in it, but as for right now, it doesn't really do anything. But knowing what the effect of your armor is, and you see the weapon appear behind the middle shark, and just make a jab at the shark there.
That's not great. Although I do have an extra plus because of Dawn Guard, so 15.
It's
Lit. I rolled an 8. I have a plus 7 with the spiritual weapon.
15 is enough.
And-
So
So that is 7 points of force damage.
okay. The spiritual weapon just jabs at the shark, and it kind of turns to it, and just and it turns back to you. And again, as blood starts to pour out of this shark's body, you can see this grin appear in his face, and you get the sense that by the smell of blood, even if it's their own, gets them more aggressive and more.
Oh god, they're barbarians.
No, they're sharks. They smell blood.
I mean,
Sharkbarians.
same intelligence requirement, right?
Kind of, yeah. Is that your turn, Abran?
That is my turn. That's my movement.
All right.
Action, bonus action.
Trim, your turn.
Okay. How far are the two groups from me and anyone else?
Like 30 feet either way.
30 feet each, not like 15 feet, like 30 one side.
No,
30
30
the
one
other.
side, 30 the other side.
Okay. I am going to use my Charm of Restoration and cast Beacon of Hope, and if we hit anyone still near me, I'll be one edge, and I'll make it extend to the group with Nicole and Octanus.
Okay.
So Aberan, you don't get Beacon of Hope because you went the other way. So it's a concentration spell, so choose any number of creatures, so everyone but Aberan and not the sharks. Not the sharks.
Obviously.
You guys will have advantage on wisdom saves and death saves, and if you get healed, you regain the max amount of hit points.
Very nice, very nice, very
And
nice.
And then bonus action, I will turn into a saber-toothed tiger.
Oh, that's lit.
And there's only
Okay.
check if I want to use my movement. Yeah, and I'm
Saber-toothed
I'm
tiger
gonna.
versus wereshark sounds like a cheesy B movie.
Yep, I know, right? And then I'm gonna back up 5 feet
Okay.
from the group. So I'm gonna turn to face Aberan's group
Okay.
and back up 5 feet, so that there's now 20 feet between me and Aberan's group.
Yeah.
No, wait a minute.
25.
There's 30 either side.
Yeah,
Never mind, I'm not
25.
moving. I'm not moving.
Not
I'm
moving?
chilling.
Okay. Fair enough. That is your turn.
I'm ready. I'm like readying. I'm getting in the like pouncing pose, and I'm gonna.
Okay, cool. Then after you're done and you cast Beacon of Hope and you turn into the saber-toothed tiger, the shark engaged with Actanis is going to try and do a thing. It's gonna multi-attack. It's gonna multi-attack you. So it's going to. They're all carrying these trident-like weapons, and it's gonna jab at you with its trident, and then follow that up by trying to bite you. So for the trident, that is that's a 19 to hit.
Yeah.
I guess. You take. You'll be alright. You'll be fine. Ooh, that's max damage. You take 12 points of piercing damage. As he jabs the trident into your stomach, and while you're kind of like taking that hit, he moves his big head and just tries and bites you in the neck or shoulder area, wherever he can reach you.
Is 12 already halved, or do I need to halve that?
No, you still need to have it.
Okay, cool.
The bite is a 22 to hit.
Yeah. God damn it. Yes.
Okay. You take another. That's not great. 7 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
I don't know why Belle sounds so sad every time she gets hit as a barbarian.
Because I don't like getting hit.
Which is a health tank.
It's saving throw.
Saving throw, Constitution, yeah.
Yeah. That is dirty 20.
Okay. As you get bitten by this creature, you feel something try and like get into your system, but you kind of brush off the effect, and nothing seems to last very long. That is its turn. The shark engaged with Nakul now is going to do the same thing. Multi-attack with its trident and try and bite you.
Love it.
So the trident is a 11 to hit,
Ah, misses.
and the bite is a 25 to hit.
I mean,
So he goes in with the trident, and you kind of like use your scales to kind of like you can hear it like scrape off your scales without really getting any connection there. And he's then going to move in for the bite, which does hit, and you take 8 points of piercing damage.
4.
And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
That's a 26.
Okay, same thing. You feel something after the bite tries and get into your system, but you resolve and you kind of like brush it off, and you have no idea what it was, but you get the sense that it failed trying to get into your system. The wereshark that is there in the middle of those two is going to kind of look to his left to you, Nakul, look to his right to Octanus, and is going to walk up to you, Nakul, because you did damage him with your lightning breath, and he's not happy with that. And he's going to do the same thing.
Yeah,
so trident and bite. Trident is a 13 to hit.
Misses.
The bite is a 19 to hit.
Hits.
So the same thing happens. You kind of just like duck out of the way of the trident, but while you're ducking, you already see this large shark mouth move towards you, taking a little bite out of you. You take 13 points of piercing damage, and I'm going to need you. I need you to make
6 or 7.
6.
Wait,
6. We
my
round
brain
down.
just like stopped working. Yeah, okay. I thought so.
Make another Constitution saving throw, please.
Yo, quick double check. Do we have to? No, we're not close enough to Quinn to fucking get like an extra.
That's
plus
what I
thing
was
and
gonna
everything,
ask.
are
Where am I in relation to
Yeah.
Nicole?
Like 30 feet away.
Okay, yeah, nowhere near.
Okay. I can't remember. I thought the.
No, that's 15 feet,
That's
right?
fine.
Is
I
that
did-
is that like?
That's another 26.
It's 10 feet.
All right.
Okay. I
Cool.
thought it was 10 feet, but this moment was like, is it 10 or is it 30?
When that's all said and done, Rix, your turn.
I DM'd you. It's like a really short question.
Oh, motherfucker.
I'm sorry. Both on Twitch or Discord, whatever's easier for you.
Hold on. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Yes. All right.
So there's 3 sharks on like 30 feet away from you on either side of the ship. The ones by like one group's engaged with both Nakul and Octanus, and one group's engaged with just Aberran.
Okay. Am I gonna do it? Am I gonna do it?
Always do it.
Okay, well, if you say so.
When in
All
doubt.
right. All right. I want to shoot at the one in the middle at the side of Aberran.
Okay.
Using Hail of Thorns. And
Okay. That is
I'm
going
sorry,
to
15.
that is going to damage Aberran as
Yeah.
well, but you will be able to get all 3 of those sharks with that Hail of Thorns
exactly.
effect. So
That's my thought.
yeah.
And I figured, he'll probably be alright.
We'll be fine.
Maybe. And I want to make him my
Sworn enemy. Okay.
Yes. And then, hang on, I also have that. What's it called? I keep forgetting the name of that spell thing or feature thing.
I don't know. Should be on your sheet somewhere.
Yeah. Piercing Thorns, so that's another 1d6 extra damage on him.
Yeah, you can do that.
So that's, that, basically.
Alright, yeah, so roll your attack on that dude.
Yeah, that's a 17, but I have advantage. Oh, that's a natural 1, so that's a 17 plus 8.
That hits.
Yeah,
That hits.
8.
That hits. That hits.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. Alright. So that is 1d8. Oh, thanks. Alright, plus 4d6 for... saying that right? Yeah, 3d6 for...
They need to make saving throws for the Hail of Thorns, right?
Yes.
Aberran also needs to make a saving throw for the Hail of Thorns.
Yes. Oh,
Dex,
right. Let me
I'm pretty sure.
check so that you can do it.
Pretty sure it's
I'm
Dex.
not good at dex saves.
I'm sorry.
I have +0. What's the DC?
Make a dex saving throw. DC is 13.
I got a 16, but I have +0.
I mean, it's enough. So then you take half damage.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Hang on. So that is 5, 8, 12, 14, 19 damage on the middle guy from just my bow.
Okay, yeah. So you knock an arrow and take your aim, and as you whisper some incantations, you can see these thorns start to sprout on the shaft of your arrow, and as you shoot it, and it pierces into the shark's torso, it scatters and hits the adjacent creatures. Both the sharks on the left and right side of him failed their save. So.
Okay, good. I didn't say level 1 or level 2, so I'm guessing it's just level 1 then?
Yep.
If you didn't specify.
Don't specify, it's the lowest possible one.
Alright, fair enough. So that's 1d10. That is 5.
Okay.
But did
What
the
type of damage is it?
piercing? I think?
Piercing damage, yeah.
Yeah, 1d10 piercing. The middle one, did he save as well?
He made the save, so that's half, I guess.
Oh, okay, yeah, half.
Okay, so that's
So-
2.
That's 2, yeah.
All right. So the arrow explodes, and all these thorns just in everybody. Even though 2 of them make the save, with 2 of them being Aberran and one of the sharks, they still get pierced by some of the thorns, but just not as many as the other 2 guys. They all kind of look at you, and you just get a snare from pretty much the entire group of sharks there, Rix.
Yikes. Yikes. Alright. Well, I guess I'll just shoot the middle one again.
All right.
For my second attack.
Oh, yeah.
These will better next time. Oh, that's a lot better. That's a 19 plus 8.
Yeah,
So
it hits.
That hits.
Yeah.
Alright.
They're big. They're not wearing any armor. Their AC isn't that high, guys.
Fair enough. Okay. That is 7, 12, 14, 15 damage.
15 damage. Nice, dude. You knock another arrow, take aim, and it shoots at this guy again. This time hitting him at kind of in the side of the head, this big shark head, and he kind of drops to one knee and gets up again. And this guy's looking very rough, dude. He's
Nice. Nice.
Hurt.
All right. Well, that's my turn.
All right, young buck.
Oh boy. You know what he's gonna do? Why did I close down the elk's stats? I'm gonna need them again.
I don't know, man.
So he is gonna charge at one of them
Okay.
and try ram it.
All right, which one?
Because if he charges at least 20 feet in a straight line towards the target and then rams it, he gets damage bonus.
Yeah.
Which one looks most injured? Because he doesn't do a lot of damage. And I kind of want him to.
The middle one, in Gypsy's group, is looking very injured, and the one that's in combat with Actanis is looking very injured. They're both kind of equally bloodied and hurt.
Okay, I'll run over to the one that Gypsy is fighting.
Okay.
And as long as I can get to that one in a straight line.
Yes, but you also see this swirling fire tornado there. So if you know,
I'm
if young,
also stood directly in the way, aren't I?
they're pretty big. Like they're bigger than you, so I feel he can.
Swirling fire
Ooh.
tornado sounds like a bad idea. I'll go for the one Actanis is fighting instead.
They're all these sharks are a size bigger than you guys. So even though you're in front of it, I feel like something that charges at him could still.
They're a size bigger than
Bigger
us.
Yeah, they're big. They're big
In my
dudes.
head.
Could you
I-
please clarify that before I rush 3 of them?
Going fine, right?
Yeah, so he's going to attack the one that Actanis is fighting instead because fire tornado.
Yeah, fair enough.
God damn it, my kill.
Yikes.
XP stealing.
That's 13 to hit.
Hits.
Good.
40 damage. As young buck just charges at this this shark and just bumps him in the chest, like in the lower stomach with his fucking antlers, whatever it is that you call that. Your antlers, right? Yeah.
16 damage.
16 damage
Yeah, boy.
is exactly what you needed.
That's the best.
Is exactly what you needed. As
Fucking
young
young
buck
buck, dude.
charges this guy and just stabs his his big like antler like things, because like elk antlers aren't really like particularly sharp, but
They kind of are.
they are. Okay, well, my bad.
They are.
All right, so he just stabs this shark in the stomach, and he drops to his knees, and young buck kind of pulls his antlers out, and this shark just slumps down and doesn't seem to move anymore. Young buck with his first kill, guys.
Yep. With the first kill in a fight.
Yep.
Book MVP.
That is young buck's turn, I assume.
Yeah, you can't do it else.
Okay. The wereshark that is flanking Aberan from the right is going to take damage on the start of his turn.
Damage.
Yep. Roll damage for that guy.
Let me just double check. 2d6. I roll for each of them individually, right? I don't just roll per round.
Yes.
You roll for each of them individually, yeah.
Okay.
Incoming 12.
Thinking what?
Incoming
Roll
12.
on 2d6? No. I'm
Yeah.
gonna roll my metal dice twice because I don't trust the rest of them today. That's a 6.
That's a
4, so 10
six.
fire damage.
Hey, that's not bad, man.
Pretty
Yeah.
close.
Alright, so at the start of its turn, you can see kind of the flames kind of sear across this guy's entire body, but he kind of rushes through it and is going to take his trident and just jab at you from your side. He is flanking you, so that gives him advantage on the attack, and he's also going to follow that up.
Fine.
He's also going to follow that up by a bite as part of his multi-attack.
Okay.
So the trident is a 19 to hit.
That misses.
Yeah, so the trident kind of just bounces off your armor, and you can see him get angry, and he's just going in for a bite. The bite's a 16 to hit, so that also misses as he chips some of his teeth on the thick plate armor. He jumps back. That is his turn. Quinn.
Okay.
Wait,
I've got a
did you roll
genius.
those with advantage?
I did, yeah.
Fuck.
I have a genius idea.
Okay.
So if something has a 5-foot radius,
Yes.
can I hit 2 if I position it well?
Yeah, if you are like 5-foot radius means that if there's 2 people like in melee with each other, you can hit both if you like plop it right there. Yeah.
Okay. Can I hit 2 of them with a 5-foot radius then? Is there any in such a way that I could do that?
If you position yourself in a way to get like behind the group.
It has 120-foot range.
Oh yeah. There's several like duos that you can hit. Yeah.
All right. Can I help Gypsy at all? Like, is 2 of them around him in such a position?
Yeah, there's 2 of them flanking him, but if you take the guy like in the middle and one of the 2 that's flanking Gypsy, those are like within melee of each other as well. So yeah, you can get those in a radius.
And which ones look least injured?
Least injured, the guy in the middle with Gypsy looks fucked.
Okay.
The other 2 seemingly kind of equally. So the only way you can get any of them is you have to target the one in the middle with Gypsy, and then just pick
What
either the
about,
left or the right one.
Are there any looking very uninjured anywhere else?
No, all of them have taken some damage. They all look
Okay,
pretty
yeah,
equal, except for the one.
I'll just go for the middle one with Gypsy then, and one of the other 2
Okay,
around them.
all right, sure.
And I'm gonna cast Moonbeam on them.
Ooh.
So they have to do a Constitution save, and because they're shapeshifters, assumedly, because they're were-sharks, they have disadvantage on it.
Okay. Yeah, they do have. They are shapeshifters indeed. So yeah, they do get the disadvantage. So the middle one with disadvantage, that is a 11.
Fail.
The second one with disadvantage, the natural 1. So
Okay, so they both take 13 points of damage
okay.
and revert back to their normal form.
Oh shit.
Holy fuck.
The guy in the
I
middle.
told you I had an idea.
The guy in the middle, instead of reverting back to his normal form, I mean, does revert back to his normal form, but doesn't move anymore. Flops to the floor, dead. Turns back into his human form. And the one that is towering, flanking Aberan, gets hit, and you can see him also shrink and turn back to his normal form. And now there just stands a normal human male wearing nothing but just a loincloth, pretty much, holding a big trident. And he's looking around, and he's looking a little panicked. Because this was not in his plan. Damn. All right. That's your turn, Quinn? Or do you want to do anything else?
I have a bonus action still, so
Alright.
I'm gonna run up to the one I just cast that on.
Mm-hmm.
And mop him with my halberd handle.
All right.
Since
Yeah.
I can do it as a Oh,
Yeah.
I can't.
No, you can't, because
No,
you
I
need to make
can't.
the attacks, right? And
I need to make an attack to
Yeah.
be able to do it as a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Well, has anyone taken any damage then?
Nicola's taken some hits,
I've
yeah.
taken 2.
I'll heal you for 2 with lay on hands then.
There you go.
Well, and because of wait, who are you?
No, lay on
healing
hands is
Aberan?
just an amount that Quinn
Wait, are you
decides to heal
joking?
for.
Oh, that's an action.
you
I can't
actually-
do that.
Oh,
I can't
there
do
you go.
that. God damn it, I can't do anything. Okay, yeah, that is my turn then.
Okay,
God
there you
damn
go. The were-shark, the other were-shark that is still flanking Aberan is now going to look at his now human colleague
And take damage.
and take damage. Roll
That's
those.
a 6.
That's a 6.
That's a 4 again. It's another 10.
I mean, you're nothing if not consistent. And he's going to multi-attack you, so two-hand the trident, jab at you, and followed up by a bite attack. Because he's flanking at advantage, the trident is a 22 to hit.
That hit.
Okay. And the bite is a fucking nothing. So the trident only hits. You take 11 points of piercing damage as the trident jabs through your armor. And as he pulls it out and goes for a bite, you manage to just quickly duck out of the way. But he hits you, and that's a victory. That is his turn. Narok.
For him or for DM?
Both.
All right. Who looks the strongest out of everybody still alive?
You can't really tell. It's kind of like equally
All right,
distributed.
Screwed up. All right, I'll shoot at.
Except for the one that turned into a human. He looks a little out of his element.
Okay, I'll shoot at the one that is still a wereshark on Aberan.
Okay.
Wait, but I swear if I roll anything less than that 20, dude. I hate you, Koiba. So much. I misfire.
Not one.
Cool.
Hi,
These
my
guys
name.
are-
Rough
these
day.
guys are
take-
dead.
You take aim with your death song and go and you pull the trigger and you just hear click, ping, as something within the gun itself breaks, and you're gonna have to spend some time, like spend an action to
Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna use a bonus action to do that.
to fix that,
If I can.
or bonus action in your case, yeah.
Yeah, just roll one. Yeah, we fix it. Lit.
All right, cool.
It's almost impossible for me not to. And I'll take another shot at him.
Don't you have to reload though? How many bullets are in the bad news?
The bullet doesn't shoot when you misfire.
Interesting. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, well, yeah, go
It's
for
like
it.
when the hammer hits, but it doesn't actually prime the bullet.
Yeah, okay, no, you're right. Go for it. Roll another back.
White hit. That's a 15 to hit.
Hits, yeah.
All right, ultimate above a 3 finally. So, and for shits and giggles, I'll make it a necrotic shot. Why not?
All right.
All right, that is. Oh, that's wrong. Do I need this in separate damages or?
No, you can just give me everything.
45 damage.
All right. So you take aim after fixing the part that broke during the misfire, and fire a shot, and the shadows that are kind of coalescing around the gun all seep into the bullet as it fires out, and this dark black bullet with like a trail of smoke just shoots at the shark, hitting him kind of in his side, because that's how he's facing you. He's facing Aberrant, so you strike him in his side. And as the bullet enters this guy's side, you can see just this of black energy shoot out of the wound, as just the entirety of his right side just explodes and scatters into pieces, and he drops down and falls to the floor just dead.
Lit.
Yeah.
That'll be my turn.
There's nothing. Fire.
There's ooh, that's gonna be a mess. With that, we go back to the top of the initiative order. Nicole.
Hey, I will fucking swing my maul at the one in front of me.
Your club, you mean?
Yes, my club. It's not a maul anymore. My god, so fucking
I mean, you can swing your
Forgot
ball.
your
It
own
will just
weapon.
it will just not be as epic.
not exist because I don't have any. Just I swing.
Oh
maul.
yeah, true.
Oh,
True.
fuck.
What is in my hands?
Yeah, what the fuck? No, I'll swing my great. It's a big stick with a heavy bit at the end of it. Fucking what? I'll swing. That is a 26 to hit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've rolled 18 3 times in a row, by the way. Just straight up, like, what is going on?
It's a little dangerous.
Yeah, I'm not
You're
a fan.
taking all the good rolls from Soko. That's
It says because you signed up for Cheat with Battle.
Yeah. Only roll 18s. No, for fucking what is damage? For 11 damage.
11 damage.
Yeah.
Nice,
Dark.
nice.
And then I've hit him again. Okay, that's more like it. So that's a 13.
Still hits.
For fucking 13 damage.
All right. So as you take your club and hold on a minute. There we go. As you take your club and swing it at this guy, you can hear the bones crack of like the side of his ribcage where you strike him, and you use that momentum of the club bouncing back to go for a big overhead swing, and just bop him on the nose, and you can see his nose kind of like dent inwards, and you can hear some bones crack as he slowly slumps to his knees, falls down, and shifts back into his human form. Very dead.
Nice. That'd be my turn.
Yeah, so Octamus, there's still one shark on your side of the ship, kind of like in between you and Nicole.
Then I will.
And there's a shark still where Abran is. Those are the only. Or no, that's not a shark. It's a human. So there's one shark, one human still left. One on your side, and the human is on Abran's side.
That's not a shark. This is a bathtub.
Yeah.
I'm gonna attack the shark thing.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna do it recklessly again.
Yeah.
So why not? Ooh, okay. That was 24.
Yeah, that hits.
That is. Wait. Yeah, 16.
16?
Yeah.
Nice, nice. Yeah, so you walk up to this guy and just cleave your axe into the side of his like stomach. What do you do for your next attack?
Is he down or is he still there?
No, he's still there. He's still.
Okay, then I'll hit him again.
All right.
That is, oh shit, 25.
Yeah, it hits.
That did not go in the tray. Oh, that's not as good. Ugh, 9.
That'll be enough for you
Oh,
to
okay.
finish off
Never
this
mind.
shark as well. And now, as this shark also falls to his knees and dies, there's just 5 human corpses on the ship, and there's 1 human still standing. Drops his trident and kind of looks around and drops to his knees, silent, but his head bent down, seemingly giving up the fight. Abran, it is your turn.
I will deactivate my armor before it roasts him alive.
Okay.
I'm gonna move my spiritual weapon behind him,
Okay.
but I'm not going to attack with it. I'm gonna wait and see what everyone else does. But I'm gonna very much be like, he's dropped his weapon.
Yeah.
But I'm waiting to see if he does anything, turns into anything else. Alright, so I'm gonna hold my attack until he does anything that could be perceived as, or that I perceive as, threatening.
Okay, fair enough. So you're holding your attack action for him to do anything out of shape.
Yeah.
Trim, your turn. What do you do?
So there's a human now left with Aberan, and there's still a shark left over
Nope.
near Nakul.
All the sharks are dead.
Oh.
It's just the shark turned
I'm
human
gonna walk up.
sitting on his
Okay.
knees.
I'm gonna walk up slowly to the one that's turned human, growling very menacingly and kind of like showing off my saber teeth, trying to kind of intimidate him, hoping someone else is gonna pick up on the cue of we give this man an escape if he promises to be a nice person and just look scary so he doesn't attack any of my friends.
Are you trying to? You're trying to intimidate him?
Yeah.
Roll an intimidation check.
Do I get to use? Actually, no. I want to use my own stats. I do not want to use the tiger stats for that. Actually, nope. They're one and the same. They're both a negative.
I was gonna say
I love
when
the
you
fact that
wild,
Trim has a negative to intimidation.
when you use wild
That
shape,
is
you always
-1. Oh, so that's a 9. So I rolled a 10. -1. So,
In wild shape, when it comes to charisma, wisdom, and intelligence, I believe you use your own stats. And
yeah.
when it comes to
in
strength
this
and
case,
dex,
my charisma is the same.
yeah, and strength and
Whether I'm a
dex
tiger
is
or a halfling.
strength and dex is your animals, like strength and dex, but the rest of the stats are your own. I'm pretty sure. He kind of looks at you, and doesn't seem to respond to your like menacing growling. It is his turn
I
now.
hold. Also, and then I hold. That was my movement. I guess does the intimidation count as my action
Technically, it does, yeah.
for that turn? Okay, 'cause I was gonna say otherwise I would hold an attack. If he looks like he attacks any of the party, I would jump on him. Never mind.
This guy still sitting on his knees, looks at Aberan. Would you get on with it already? That's his turn. Bricks.
I will knock an arrow, but I won't shoot it. Just hold my turn as well.
And for the sake of this, we'll say that he's not going to fight, but we'll say we're out of initiative, and you guys can kind of handle it as you
This
you
guy's a
want.
fucking idiot. If you're gonna get executed, you don't get executed by the man with a flail. Come on.
I mean,
Big axes. You know,
Yeah.
what cliche
You take the
executioner's
big axe.
weapons.
Oh yeah, let him just crawl all the way to the
the
side of the
sword.
ship to ask Octanus to kill him.
That's a
She
good
would have gone
idea.
short.
He
We'll
sits
make
there.
him
He
back
sits there.
for
He sits there
Octanus.
on his knees and just kind of looks at Aberan.
I'm
Whatever it is you're gonna do, just do it.
I am going to look at him in the most intimidating way the brand can be, standing at full height, eyes flared up. Why are
With a
you here?
growling
Who are
tiger
you?
next to you.
Well, me and my brother saw a ship. Our clan lives off of the flesh of travelers. And it looks like we were shit out of luck because you were not just normal travelers.
So what you're saying is, oh, Nicole, we'll go back. So no one sent you then? You weren't like told to follow this ship. It was just a coincidence.
We were sent here by our clan elder. But just to this area in general to patrol.
Right. I'd
How
like
many
to
more
insight
do
check
you
him
have?
that. Oh, insight check
Insight,
that.
yeah, go for it. One insight check.
The fuck is my insight? 17.
Okay. I would like everybody to mute beside Koiba.
Fuck.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Nicole,
Hello.
you get the sense that what he says is true,
Okay.
but you do get the sense that there's something else
Okay.
besides that one. It's not just one truth, the sense that you get.
Okay. So there's. Okay. Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Hello.
How come when you have Discord, like a call full screen, there's a little hotkey for muting your mic, but not for undeafening?
But
and
deafening? Yeah, it's so stupid, bro.
So annoying.
Yeah.
It is.
So,
Laura's
Nicole.
still deafened because she's not paying attention.
Oh,
Chill out. Dogs.
I want to ask
There she
him how
is.
many more there are.
you're muted still though, Laura. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, you're not deafened anymore, but your mic was still
I'm
muted.
just on push to talk the whole
Oh,
time because of background noise where I am.
Gotcha. Alright. So Nicole, do with that information what you
I'll
want.
let Bran do what he's doing first.
Okay.
I would like to ask, how many more of you are there?
Lots.
Okay.
As he says that, I'm gonna draw my sword. I still have long sword. I'm gonna put it to his neck. Just put the point. I'll just go like, Varia, start telling the whole truth about some things. I feel like not just your elder sent you. I feel like you've been maybe told to follow this ship a bit more specific.
I cast Zone of Truth.
Oh, we need to roll for that as well.
I'm in it. Yeah, I'm fucking in it. So what do I have to roll?
Charisma save.
throw, I believe.
Hanzo, you sense that this guy is not under the effects of Zone of Truth.
Okay.
Does he roll a natural 20 on a save?
Do I have?
I-
Do I get an extra +3 because I'm next to? this.
So the thing is, technically,
It's every round.
every round,
Yeah.
every 6 seconds.
So
he
like
has
we'll
to?
say
I don't know how that works out of combat.
every question you ask, you'll have to
Okay.
re-roll it.
Yeah.
So he's in
Um,
Zone of Truth. You get this. Quinn gets a sense that the Zone of Truth didn't stick to this guy.
Do I get an extra +3 on my roll for Zone of Truth as well? Because
Yeah.
next to Quinn or nah?
Yeah,
Oh fuck.
there's an aura, right? It just happens.
Well that extra that's a 13.
He looks to you, Nicole, and right.
I was going to say, could I do like a check to see how much I know about where creatures?
Roll roll an intelligence check.
Specific.
Could I do a similar check? Because would it be something that would have come
Yeah,
up
roll.
in my Druid
Actually,
training?
roll nature. Make it a nature check. Actually,
Me?
Because I was going to
both
say,
of you.
I was gonna say it's sort of specifically in regards to like, are they considered sort of natural creatures, or do they have like an unnatural origin? Like, did a fucking like, did some crazy sorcerer one day curse the world with fucking
Roll a nature check. Trim
I
and,
I
Hanzo.
rolled a natural 20, so it's 21 total.
Nice.
I got 21 with a 17.
Just as a point on Zone of Truth, you have to make the save every turn,
Yeah.
but once you failed it, it's counted as a fail until you leave the radius.
Oh.
So Bran, for as long as he's in there, has to tell the truth.
Okay.
Oh, I failed. I
do as well.
What's the
By the
number
way.
to win it?
All right. Anyway,
'Cause I also failed.
both of you
You need a 14.
to
I
make
got
this
13.
to make this easier. Trim and Quinn, you know that lycanthropy, the curse of being turned into were animal, were sharks, were wolves, were bears, doesn't matter what kind of animal you are, is a curse. It stems from eons ago. Someone designed this curse, and because the curse is given to people by biting them and have something in their blood turn, this curse has been able to live and still be around in today's modern age. It's not technically nature. The lycanthropy curse is a curse. It stems from a magic point of origin, but has been around for so long that everybody knows that lycanthropy is a thing that exists and it's seen as more of a disease now than a curse, but it definitely stems from a curse. It is a curse by description. Nicole, what did you ask the guy again?
I basically tell us the whole truth. Did someone send you specifically did someone else send you specifically to follow this shit? That's the question.
Kind of sighs. Our clan leader may have made an arrangement with some people. Yes.
These people don't suppose they fucking hate Dragonborn, do they?
I don't fucking know.
Maybe do they have like a little eye tattoo on their necks? Kind of bastards as it.
Listen. If I don't tell you shit, you kill me. If I tell you everything, I can't go back to my clan, so I'll probably die anyway.
Okay. The choice you have is whether you want a painless death or not.
So, be a bit helpful here, and
With my nature check,
Yes.
do I know if there's a cure for lycanthropy?
It's considered a curse, and you as a paladin have had some experiences with getting rid of diseases and curses. It's a hard curse to get rid of, but it is possible through magical means, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know, if you tell us the truth and tell us what is going on, you may not need to go back. We know some very powerful magic users who may be able to help lift the troubles that plague you.
Roll a persuasion
you can go
check.
back to living a normal life. Persuasion, I'm not good at that. I'm okay at that, actually.
And
20,
when Bran
not
mentioned
natural.
when Bran mentioned killing him, I'm gonna walk away with my back turned. I don't want to.
I'll be over there by now, by the way.
You speak of my condition as a curse. This is the only life I know. I'd feel more cursed if I were not what I am now.
Quinn, I appreciate the sentiments of what you're trying to do, but I think for this individual, there's nothing worth saving.
I'll still with the sword up against his jugular. I'll poke it a little bit, not enough to drop blood, but just a little bit more.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna tell me your elder's name, where we can find him, and then you could be on your merry way, as it were, to whatever destination you want to go.
Save and throw.
Needs to make the save for natural 20 again. What the fuck?
God damn.
Also, Dutch, I have a question.
Hang on, 'cause there's a lot of questions and this conversation is not going anywhere. Just give me a second. He looks at you. You're looking for the village of Shekla on the island of Thermok. And he pushes himself onto your blade.
Oh,
And your blade just
Okay.
your blade penetrates his throat and he just bleeds out on the floor.
well.
Can you spell that?
Can you spell all of that, please? Thank you.
Shekla, Shekla.
I actually got that one right.
I'm sort of
On the island of on the island of Thermog. It's an island that you know is to the northwest of Thermogar.
West,
It's a big island, like a day or two travel from Northport, where you're going by ship to cross the little like the ocean to there.
How do I spell that?
Shekla,
No,
Shekla.
Wow.
There-
It's Thermogar minus the AR.
Oh.
Thermog. Yeah.
While the dude's pushing himself on the sword, I walk over because Nicole or Octanus is not in that group, right?
No, Octanus is
Taz
No.
moved up.
moved. Yeah.
Oh, did you?
Like, I walked
over
up
to
eventually, but I
Octanus.
would have only just, like,
Oh.
arrived.
Oh, okay, so then never mind. I take it.
I
I'm off
will-
chilling. I'm wherever Rix is. I'm gonna go find
Yeah,
Rix.
Rix is kind of still chilling in the middle of the ship, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Alright.
I'll go there. Still as a
As he does that, I withdraw my sword, and then just kind of like look at the corpse and just kind of look at everyone else, like, so throw this overboard or.
Yeah.
Dutch.
Yes.
Given what happened with the Black Gem
Mm-hmm.
a long time ago and what was discussed there,
Yes.
would I remember that lycanthropy is a curse specifically?
Yeah, because you've experienced it before.
Okay, cool. Then I will say to the others,
You're welcome.
if this is somewhere we intend to go, there may be others more willing to barter in exchange for the removal of this curse, which, if I'm given sufficient notice, is something I can prepare for and do.
I think
think-
we've got bigger things to be doing at the moment.
Bigger
There's
fish
I'm
to
not
fry.
saying now. I just mean, if we intend to.
a group
any
of
point.
sharks who dealt with the lot I'm after, and I'll pick up the body of the guy and just fucking sepulchred himself on my sword and overboard.
I'm a little
Yeah, like, I would
Uh,
have been doing that with the other
Okay,
corpses.
so you guys
like,
clear
on the
the
other side
corpses off the
ship.
deck. Dom comes out of his captain's cabin. Is it over?
Yeah, it's coast is clear.
Alright, is everyone okay? Nobody hurt or anything?
Just,
I'm
We're fine.
I'll be fine.
Few
I'll
scratches.
take it off.
So you,
there's like a slight trail of blood from Bran's armor where he got stabbed with a fucking trident.
so this is why I brought you along, because those fucking warforged of mine haven't even made it up to the deck yet to deal with this threat. They're still down below deck. And a bunch of
At least we've
Right.
proved ourselves useful to you then.
yeah,
Nice.
you certainly did. Yeah.
I,
So-
I
so-
wanna recover my arrows if possible.
Yeah, how many arrows did you shoot? You shoot one.
Two.
Two. Okay, you get one back.
Two.
Get one back.
I want to walk over to Bran after he said
Alright.
about, you know, like if we plan to go there and deal with them.
Hang on. Dom, before he goes back in his captain's quarters, I suggest you all get some sleep. We'll be at Northport by tomorrow evening. All right? Hopefully, no more this. And he goes back into like captain's cabin and does his thing. Yes, Quinn, you want to walk up to Aberan?
These are unnatural creatures taking lives away from innocents. They must be dealt with eventually, but any we can spare and return back to their natural form, we would be doing the world a favor. not all can be saved. Some wish to remain that way. Some do not wish to repent. But we should save those that we can.
I believe it is very much an option for those whose character is worth redemption, saving. But someone like that, they don't need the ability to turn into this abomination in order to cause harm.
With that,
Are you still holding Zone of Truth, by the way?
No, I'll have dispelled it when he died because I wouldn't have seen the need to keep it up.
Okay.
I'm not fucking trying to inquire about you guys,
With
Go
that,
for it.
you all do start to feel tired. It's pretty late at night. It's definitely past midnight at this point.
Rest.
Oh,
You guys
before
gonna
we
go
go to bed,
retire?
I want to help Young Buck clean the blood off his hand.
All right. Yeah, so you spend some time, cleaning up Young Buck's antlers. And then you all go to bed and let sleep take you, unless there's something else that you all want to do before that time.
And me and
I'm
Trim
gonna stay
using
up
Young
until
Buck as a pillow again.
I mean, there are beds down
Well,
below.
if there's real beds.
There are beds in the rooms down below
I
deck.
will use Young Buck as a pillow instead of a real bed.
Okay, fair enough.
No, I'll do it in the morning. Okay.
I'm gonna stay up and keep watch.
Okay.
I want to go downstairs to the Dragon Wars real quick.
Okay. You go down, knock on the door, and the brother Yasin opens up. We heard the commotion on the deck. Is everything all right?
Yes, we're fine. It was just some were sharks. We took care of it. But I had a question, or actually kind of a proposal, really. Can I come in?
Sure.
All right. So I'll enter.
He closes the door behind you. You can see that the girl is still asleep on the bed. But he's up. He seems to have been reading a book. You can see a book kind of like open up on one of the tables with a chair and a candle nearby. Turns off face cam. He goes to sit down in his chair and nods for you to take the chair opposite of him.
All right. So I'll sit down. So, have you guys figured out what you want to do yet? Once we get to port.
We have family in the flatlands, so that's probably where we'll go first thing. The first airship we can find. Why?
Well, I might have an option for you. I am part of a group of spies for the Royal House of, what's it called again? Monfield. And I might be able to offer you protection.
Make a persuasion check.
All right.
Big pog.
That is an 18.
What would this protection be?
Well, they can pretty much protect you and hide you from, well, the people that were trying to get to you.
My thinking is, if I go to my family in the flatlands with my sister, it'll only be a matter of time before they find us again and find our family. So it might be better not to return to them.
That's what I thought as well,
what do you have in mind?
Well, if you go to Daramoth, there's people there that you can contact. Tell them that I sent you.
There's a lot of people in Daramoth. You're gonna have to be a little more specific.
Fair enough. If you go to the Crown Inn and ask for Hector, he should be able to take care of you guys. I can send a letter there as well, so that he knows that he can expect you guys. And I think that way you'll be a lot safer than when you go to your family, and also won't risk your family's safety.
Looks at his sister, looks at you. If you could do that for us, that would mean a great deal.
All right, I'll make sure to send him a letter once we get to port.
We will get on an airship that leaves for Daramoth as soon as we can.
All right.
Thank you.
After that-
What was your name again? I don't think I caught that
Oh,
last
I'm
time.
sorry. My name is Rix.
Thanks.
Right. Tell him Rick sent you, and he'll take care of you.
So go to the Crown Inn in Daramoth, ask for Hector, and tell him Rick sent me. I think I can do that.
Exactly. All right. Sweet.
Thank you very much, Rix.
No problem. And I will go to bed.
So you leave the room, close the door behind you. You can see the light under the door go out as he blows out the candle and probably goes for some rest as well. Naronk, you wanted to attune to your Ring of Fae before you go to bed?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna attune to my belt of returning.
Okay, fair enough.
Also,
Um,
can I attune to weapon?
To Flourish?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, yeah, you can. Cool. Sleep all takes you. Those who spend some time attuning to some items go to bed a little later. As you attune to Flourish, Quinn, you can see it suddenly lose the short sword form, and it turns into a large halberd. Same black color, same jagged edges, but it's turned itself into a halberd for you as you attune to it. Feeling that is your weapon of preference.
Quick question, Dutch. Are
Yes.
The rooms that we're in, are they kind of like shared quarters? Are they like individual, like we've all got like a room each? Like how?
You all got a room each. There's enough rooms there for you all to kind of have some privacy.
Okay.
Narank, as you attune to the Ring of the Fae, it starts glowing and glowing. And suddenly, I would like everyone else to mute, please. Besides Narank.
Oh, boy.
All right, we're good. Sorry.
Suddenly, you feel a hand on your shoulder. As this tall archfey, long eyebrows, very friendly smile, long blonde hair, kind of a greenish beige skin, dressed in beautiful silk robes, puts her hand on your shoulder. Are you homesick, my child? And you recognize his voice. It's the same voice that spoke to you when you first lost your soul, and you felt that connection to something. And now this being seems to be here in your room, in the flesh.
Yeah. I do miss Feywild. It's much less complicated.
That depends on who you ask. That ring. It's funny that you now carry it. It's a ring that I designed. Specifically for people that are homesick. It'll guide you on your way. And once you do return to the Feywild, look for me. We can do a great deal together, I feel like. If you're still willing to accept that offer I made you a few weeks ago.
I am.
Alright?
Where do I need to look?
When the time is right, you'll know. She kind of embraces you in like a motherly hug, almost. Very, very sincere, very, very warm. And she opens the door of your chamber, and as she steps out the door, she just... the door shuts. Always that one that just doesn't fucking look at his fucking camera.
God damn it, Gypsy.
There's always one that's just like looking away. It's just being a fucking dork.
Heckin' thing.
Looking at memes because he's a fucking idiot.
It's-
And with that, you go to bed, Narank, and you wake up after your long rest. You guys all slept in a little while. It's close to noon at this point. And as you all get out of your rooms, you can see that on the table, one of the larger tables nearby, some foods are spread out, some bread, some cheeses, some fruits. Very basic breakfast, but it'll do, you know?
I'm gonna mess around with my spells before I come up for food.
Okay.
I would like to, when I wake up, I would like to kind of just. I'm gonna mutter under my breath, like, oh, can I, like, hey, Chromatus, can I, like, talk to you, like, anytime I want? I'll say that kind of out loud, because I'm an idiot, doesn't understand. Just hush, though.
Yes, you can.
Do I have to, like, say it, or can I think it?
I am on the backseat of your mind, so thinking it will do, but I prefer talking out loud. We wouldn't want this to be a secret from your friends now, would we?
No, but, like, you know, idle chit-chat in the middle of the night, just nothing talking, you know.
Just some pillows.
You might get
next to them.
lonely, I don't know. Don't know how long you've been
Who's got a
away.
little friend.
I got a little friend. I'm trying to be a friend to my friend.
Nicole, what are you talking about, Nicole? What are you talking
I'm
about?
in my room. I'm going to speak up.
Oh,
I'm
sorry, I thought-
I'm definitely.
Oh, sorry. I thought
'Cause
we were having
oh no,
breakfast.
I straight up had that thought. I was like, wait. No, I made sure I did it in my room.
Soon as-
Oh, wait, that'd be
Alright.
fucking hilarious.
Part of me is linked to this artifact. I still physically am somewhere else. This artifact, just part of my mind is linked to it. So
Oh.
I'm not necessarily trapped in this gem, if that's what you're worried about.
Okay, that's what I was like. You know, I've dealt with that a bit before, and it was kind of a bit freaky deaky. So you know, but that's
No.
cool.
This
to
this
know.
gem is more of just a personal communication device between you and me, I guess you could say.
Nice, and I'll get up and go to breakfast.
Alright?
Cool.
Yeah, so you all have some breakfast. You can see the Warforged already like preparing some crates and stuff and bringing them up to the upper deck in preparation of arriving at Northport later today. The
When
two
I'm
dragon-
eating my breakfast, can I take some breadcrumbs and throw them over the side of the ship to see if any fish can eat?
Yeah, you're below deck now, but like once you get up above deck,
Yeah,
you
once
can
I
do that.
finish eating myself, I'm gonna go above deck and just do that.
Okay, yeah. You chuck some breadcrumbs in the water, and you do see some breadcrumbs disappear and some like bubbles. Something's eating your breadcrumbs. You're not sure what it is, but something is.
Delaware.
What was that? Yeah. Thanos?
After breakfast, I wanted to talk to Rix.
All right.
The two Dragonborn also walk up to the breakfast table and kind of join you. Very, very silent, but they smile at you and they just kind of keep to themselves for the most part.
After breakfast, I want to help carry some crates upstairs.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. But they're not particularly heavy, so you can just spend some time, you know, helping out the Warforged and doing their job. Octanus, you want to talk to Rix?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Rix, I'm sorry to ask, but could you go through the story again?
Which story?
Is
The what happened at the Lonely Peak.
All right. So, when we got there, we were sneaking around and trying to get some information about this robed figure with this white mask. And he was surrounded by more enemies. We kind of split up to get like multiple angles.
Now that
but
he talks about it, the white mask, I want Nicole and Octanus to roll a history check.
Oh, I fucking rolled well for once.
Ooh,
17.
natural 20.
Hey.
You've seen the white mask before? Way back in the beginning. Rayson
Oh,
Miller.
that's the hunter dude?
Rayson Miller, the guy that killed Ashianu, had the white mask in his
yes.
office.
Oh, this just got interesting.
Oh my god. Okay.
This hurts my
Um,
soul.
A white mask.
Time?
Yes. Is something up with that?
Oh, just glare at Arctanus.
I'm gonna look at him.
Wow,
Look
look-
at Nicole.
Looks like we get to have a bit of a reunion then.
Yeah, a little
Reunion.
bit of a, a little bit of a party. Nice to see you again. It's
what
been a
do you
long
mean,
time.
reunion?
What are you talking
Now
about?
you die.
So this white mask fella, Naronk, you saved us from his house.
That's right.
He killed one of our friends. One of our.
Oh.
So we're gonna
nice.
have was a bit of a dick, to say the
So-
least.
There is
looks
a
like we
debt
have
to
a
be
common
paid.
goal then. Looks like we have a common
Very
goal.
much so.
Even more than ever, I've been wanting to go after this guy for a long, long time. And it looks like coincidence is striking again.
Well, that's good at least.
But do continue on with your story, Rick. So I also want to hear
Right,
it
yes,
again.
I'm sorry. I got distracted. Yeah. So we split up, and one of my friends, well, actually, both of them got captured. They were brought before this guy. My halfling friend Ayora, she just instantly got killed. But they didn't do that to my dragonborn friend Soltrin. I didn't see what exactly they did to him. I tried to get out as soon as I could, but while I was getting out, I heard screams, so many screams, and that's the last that I heard of him.
Dutch, question real quick. Was Uleth the green mask?
Yes.
Polly, okay. Thank you. Good to know. That sounds terrible.
It was.
You know, luckily we get to deal with that.
Rix,
Yeah.
roll a history check to see how much you remember of the lair, because you didn't really get a great look at it because you were running out, but every little bit helps.
Not gonna be much. History. That's a 6.
Okay. All you really know to kind of tell the party that is useful is that a little bit up the mountain pass in the Lonely Peak, there's a cave that leads to a ruined drow village. The other side of those ruins lead to a tunnel. That tunnel leads somewhere up, further up on the mountain. And as soon as you get out of that tunnel, you remember an icy cave somewhere around the peak of the mountain. And that is kind of the path you took to get down of the mountain and get out of there.
Alright, so I will relay that information.
Good to know that you still remember it quite vividly as well. Because once we start going up Lonely Peak, Rick, if you don't mind, do you mind guiding us there? I'm used to Mountain Fair, but I never went to Lonely Peak. I don't know it too well.
I guess that's fair. I mean, I've been there before, so I will guide us through it.
Thank you.
Alright.
So yeah, that's pretty much what happened.
Okay, thank you for
No problem.
retelling it.
We'll say for the sake of brevity, is there anything you want to do while you're still on the ship, or shall we take it to arriving in Northport? You spend your time on the ship.
I actually want to walk up to Trim.
Okay.
Trim. I was wondering, so these guys seem to be traveling together for quite a while already, but you mentioned that you joined later as well, but how did you come to join them?
Well, I'm from the Valen Forest. I don't know if you've heard of it, but there's someone in my forest who has a mask very much like the one you described in your story, and he's causing a lot of problems, to say the least. And word of these guys has spread even to me, just living in the woods. So I sought out some of the druids I still kept in touch with, the more powerful ones, who can like teleport and things. And they brought me to Kalzir to find the Heroes of Exile. And I just kind of showed up there.
Excuse me.
And I
So-
turned into a dinosaur, and I broke a building, and it was a very stressful day.
You turn it into a dinosaur. What even is that?
It's imagine a very large lizard that stands on its hind legs and is very, very big.
Right. And I'll give him a look of.
Yeah,
Like,
you have never experienced a dinosaur
Yeah,
before,
like-
so the concept of dinosaur is very
Yeah.
foreign to you.
Exactly that. Okay, so yet another one of those masks. It seems like they are all over the place then.
Yeah, I mean, the rest of them seem to have been dealing with this group for a while. I didn't even know it was a group until I came and asked for their help. I just thought it was one person, just one really bad guy.
The masked guy, you mean?
Mm.
Okay, interesting. Huh. I hope they can.
Dutch, the
help
one
you
in
as
my forest wears a blue mask, copper mask. All right, that's cool. Good to remember.
Cool's like,
well. Alright.
Fucking
Okay.
Kill Bill sirens.
because the blue mask is Ulet's brother, that you guys know.
Right.
Who's also an asthma, potentially.
Was also potentially an Asimar, yeah.
We don't know, but we know they're brothers.
It's possible. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I hope the group can help you as much as they can potentially help me today or tomorrow or whenever we are there.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while. I'm getting a little anxious, but I mean, they're already gonna help, and I'm new. I don't really want to just walk up to them and be like, "Hey, we need to go to my forest now." Plus, I'm pretty sure that won't work because they're bigger and scarier, and they do what they want.
I'm sure they will help you as well, because it seemed to have like this a common cause in that they want to round up all the masked guys. So I think they'll eventually help you as well.
I just
Right.
hope it's not too late.
Well, yeah, I hope so too for the sake of your forest. That's about it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
You guys spend more time on the ship. Is there anything you guys want to do?
I would
Or
like to
the
try and
Northports?
coax Bran and Octanus into playing a card game, specifically like Bran, and specifically just those two.
Okay.
I have a deck of cards.
I'm definitely game.
I am good with cards.
And like, just Bines who will be playing, and then at some point, of course, it's gonna go. I'm been meaning to tell you guys something, and I'll put the chromosphere necklace to the top.
Explain.
So, I'm looking after the chromosphere, as it were. I attuned to it. It's a very powerful item. Turns out I can communicate with Chromatis with it. Don't know if you know.
Do I know who that is?
You're from
Some kind of-
Thurmagar, so I'd say roll a history check.
I'm here just like hands out leaflets. Like, have you heard of
I'm
our
a
Lord-
cleric.
That
However,
is
I mean, I have proficiency in religion, but I'm not very good at it.
19.
Can I make a
19?
religion
Yeah.
check?
Sure. Thomas, you've heard the name Chromatus before. You know that it is some form of draconic deity, but that's really all you know. There's not a whole lot of people that like talk about him like that.
Okay.
Oh, I got a 12. Right?
You're
Didn't
not
study
familiar.
much.
You're not familiar with the name Chromatus, no?
Chromatis.
Okay.
Like the god.
Yeah, like the brother Bahamut, the god.
Oh my god.
No,
Shit.
he's chill, and I'm like, Chromatis, do you mind talking to him? And I will go. Like,
No, no, no,
I
no,
will-
no.
And I will gladly accept if Chromatis wants to take over.
He takes the front seat, and you guys, all you see change in the cool is his posture. Suddenly sits up a lot more straight and, neat. And his eyes. go from this yellowy color to just like a bright, like a rainbow of colors, pretty much. Right. Nice to meet you both. It is as Nicole says. My mind is linked to this chromosphere that you have found and taken care of, and I am the brother of the Platinum Dragon, the brother that never gets spoken of because way less important and cool. And I have granted your friend Nicole with the power to attune to this gem because I thought he was worthy given the fight that you're fighting. And the trinket comes with some perks and bonuses, I suppose. He also told me that you've had experiences before with people taking over. That's why I didn't want to really like intrude, and I assure you, he is not a slave to me. I merely am linked to the gem, therefore linked to his mind, and if he wants to talk to me, he can, and if he wants to give me permission to take over, to lead a conversation for him, he can as well. This is purely consensual. If Nicole doesn't want me to do anything, I don't do anything. I have other matters to deal with as well, besides, you know, this.
Yeah, sure.
Was that you, Natty?
What?
Was that you, Koiba?
What?
You snorted.
That's fine. Anyway,
Are you okay?
yeah,
I'll
I've been
tell you
hearing
later.
it.
So, any, questions?
No.
Right. And the eyes go back to normal, and Nicole's back. The yellow eyes are back, and he goes back into, like, slumps back into his normal posture when sitting down.
Right, yeah, so it's fucking crazy, right? Like,
I don't like
Okay.
it.
I mean, you and Naronk don't both have said that. Oh yeah, don't tell Naronk I told you, because he told me not to tell you, but like, kind of keep, yeah, kind of like.
He told you not to tell us.
And the queen, you see the face of the queen just be like, oh no, oh no. I mean, kinda, but like, you know, you guys are like the ones I'm closest with, so like, you probably should know.
I'm
Like,
honored.
so, like, the others, I should probably like let them know as well eventually, but like, when it's deemed to be a bit more important, I feel like, you know, don't know how they'd react to being like, oh, by the way, I've got a god in my brain. You know what I'm saying? Like, or at least I can talk to. I don't really know how it works. Just like, just talk to him a little bit, but you know, it's fine. It's not like Tremeris. I've made sure it's not. You know, I'm not just gonna blindly follow him. I just ask him
have
for a
no
bit of
doubt,
advice.
like, he seems pretty harmless, but he's a god, so.
I mean, he's still a god. I mean,
You know.
yes, I know you're not gonna be
A
all
fan.
sunshine and roses.
If we're
Thanks.
doing the sharing talks, I had a little weird conversation with Dawnguard. Yeah.
Like the which one's the one called?
The shield.
The shield.
What is it with us with items that talk to our brain? Like what is with us?
I don't know if this celestial is within Dawnguard or just linked to it. But you know, there's a lot of otherworldly beings showing particular interest in us as a group.
Why do we attract this? I don't.
Because we're fucking badasses, that's why.
Because you found items that were literally touched by gods. Maybe. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but.
Until we find Rios's like mug or something.
Where he sips coffee from every day before yelling at his fucking clerics. Yeah.
Wait, so it's not just me he yells at. Good to know.
Great. This is wonderful news. So excited about all of this. No.
I
Thank you
mean,
for being honest with us.
you're welcome, and I'll tuck the currency necklace back underneath them all.
And
put
as
the-
always, it's
the
always
dragon
good
one
to
up front.
kind of mildly ignore Norong.
I mean, not always. I'll give it him.
That's what
He
I said,
does-
mildly.
He does get some good ideas, and usually he's alright. Sometimes he's a bit of an asshole.
You know, sometimes you just kind of have to like mute him. You know? It's like when Aberrant starts going on a rant about something. I don't know.
Or like you, when
Preachy.
you come up with a great idea. To
I have
explode
many great
everything.
ideas. Okay, my ideas are great. It's just none of you
wouldn't
get
say I'm
excited
ever
about them.
preachy, Actanis. Because I tried to handle things a bit better than Kasserin did. I know that you don't tend to listen to a stern telling off. That, you know, ways to reason with you.
I'm mildly insulted.
Look, if I want to tell you something's dumb, shouting at you doesn't work, so I don't even try. But generally, if I'm telling you something's dumb, it's out of a desire to protect the group and the people in it, yourself included.
Now I just feel like you're talking about me like I'm hazardous. Now I'm
Would
incredibly
you
insulted.
dispute that?
A little bit, yeah.
Nicole's just drinking from a mug, watching this like.
Just like the that ain't none of my
Here I was
business.
thinking that you were the big bad, that you were the scary axe-wielding tiefling that would break down anyone who stood in her way.
You're making it worse for yourself. I'm getting more and more insulted the more you talk. So I don't know, maybe just stop.
Sure, if we throw some gold in the spot.
You
We're playing
guys,
cards for fun.
you guys
throw in the
proceed
gold.
playing cards.
Yeah.
The rest of the
Yeah.
journey, pretty much.
Yeah.
And
Can we
by
roll to see who wins the most and earns
Sure.
money?
sure, roll.
Flat D20.
It's all three of you roll flat d20.
Do I get anything from having playing card proficiency?
You get advantage.
Yay!
Okay.
I definitely lost.
Fuck me. I did a
I got 16.
11.
2 11s.
Hey, we drew, but we still suck up.
Actanus wins.
So like 3
much
rounds.
will
Let's say
win?
we just give Actanis 3 gold each.
Yeah, there you go.
Six.
By nightfall, by roughly, you know, sun's been down for a couple hours. You arrive at the docks of Northport, a larger town than the towns you've seen so far up here in Thermagar. From the docks, you see a whole slew of warehouses, kind of like on the north around the northern side of the docks. You can also see a large tower with birds flying to and from. You can see all the way across the city, past the city gates, airships floating around a tower. And you can see what looks like a keep or a guardhouse of some sorts at the docks as well. The docks are pretty busy. A lot of ships, big ones, a lot bigger than the ships you've seen down south. But yeah, you arrive in Northport. The evening is still relatively young. And that's going to be where we take a break real quick. We're going to take our break here and leave the party at the docks. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. Go take a pee, go get a snack, go fucking stretch, whatever it is. We're going to take a little break. We'll see you guys in, we try 5, but probably 10 minutes, because that's kind of the trend here. Yeah, so quickly I want to thank Ivory's Blaze for the follow and Copa for the host. You guys are awesome. We'll be back in
And
5
make
to
sure
10
you
minutes.
check out the podcast, Making a Mark.
Yes,
.net.
check out everything and everyone and all that. And we'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes, guys. BRB.
my grind.
Hello,
Slash,
hello.
There you go.
Hello.
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 I know Soko's not back yet, but you know we have quite a lot of stuff that I'd still like
he
to
said start
do
without me.
before we end. So we're gonna just get ahead and get going.
Yeah,
As-
start without him.
Yeah. As you arrive at the docks of Northport, the ship docks and the Warforged immediately start carrying crates onto the docks, and Dom walks up to you as a group and says, this is where we part ways. Thank you for the extra protection on our ship up here. Would not want to think about what would have happened if we were attacked by those shark things and you were not there to stop them. As a little bit of a thank you, he walks up to Narong and hands Narong the money back that he that he had previously paid him. You all saved my life, so I feel like it's wrong to charge you the extra money. So I have that back, and I'll be in Northport for a few more days. So if you want to grab a drink with me or something, by all means, don't be a stranger. I don't leave Northport for another 3 days, if I remember off the top of my head. So I'll be found in the inn on the bazaar.
Do you know the name of that inn by any chance?
Yeah, I do. It is the Dragon's Breath Inn. It's on the Dragon's Market in the center of the town.
Well, if we're back in town, then I'm sure we'll pop over for a drink.
Very good, yeah. Good luck with your business here. And he walks away. The two Black Dragonborn walk up to Rix. If you wouldn't mind sending that letter at the messenger tower over there, we will be making our way to the airport or the air dock on the tower outside of town to inquire about the next ship departing for Daramoth, if that is okay with you. We'd like to get on our way as soon as possible.
I'll send a letter tonight.
And then the Dragonborn face the entire group, both of them, and in unison bow their heads to you. Thank you for saving us. My sister would have been dead, without a doubt, if you weren't there to stop those people from taking her whatever she was supposed to be taken. We will be making our way to Daramoth. Your friend Rix has connections there that are good at making people disappear. We are not going to our family in the Flatlands after all, because the risk of bringing those people on our tail to the rest of our family is too big, and we do not want to risk the rest of our family. So we are going to hide for a while for all this to blow over.
Sounds good. Look after yourselves.
And if
Stay
you
out
ever
of
need,
trouble as you can.
if you ever need our help again, just get a message to us.
We will. Thank you very much. And the female Dragonborn walks up to Narong and kind of grabs him by his hands. I would like to thank you especially for being brave and getting on the ship and getting me out of there on your own. I know many people that would not be doing that because they would be too scared to get themselves killed. You've shown a lot of bravery. And kind of like pats your hands and let's go. And they are off on their merry way to the airship tower outside of town. What do you guys do? The evening is still relatively young.
I'll tell the rest. I'll tell the rest. Guys, if you go to the inn and figure out sleeping places for us there, I gotta send a letter real quick at the messenger tower, and then I'll come to you guys at the end. And I will go to the messenger tower.
Yeah, you can see the messenger tower from where you are. It's at the northern side of the docks, past the warehouses. You can see a tower with all the birds flying out and to and from. It's not far.
As Briggs is about to go, oh, Rick, do you mind if I join you? I've also got a letter to send.
Do you have the letter here? Because I can just take it for you.
No, I need to. I didn't have any writing equipment on the boat, so I mean, I won't intrude in whatever you're doing. Just like, might as well go together as a pair, you know, so one at a time. Like, I can walk a little bit back from you if you don't want to like, be seen with me. That's fine.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Let's go.
And this is where the ship that is Nicole and Rick's has been formed, guys.
I'm gonna fuck. No.
We're gonna smash in that tower. Between all the birds.
Anything I want, so.
Just draws you a picture of my old wife, my ex-wife, my dead wife.
Stop sending a message.
Sorry, too fast.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh
Sorry,
boy!
I didn't think of it. I'm very sorry.
Gulp. Alright, so you two are off to the messenger tower. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I guess heading to the tavern in the Dragon Market to get rooms.
Sure.
Is
Yeah,
that
I'll go
what
with him.
Rick suggested.
Alright, so the rest of you guys go to the inn. On your way to the market area of town, you walk past what seems like a guardhouse of some sorts. You can see a lot of city guards. Oh shit! Excuse me. You see a lot of city guards. The guards seem to be wearing. I need to fucking stop hiccuping. You see the guards. The guards are wearing. Let me see here. They're wearing silver armor, and on their armor is, instead of wearing a tabard, there's just a blue shipwreck, kind of like emblazoned on the armor, and you see the same blue shipwreck on the various banners that hang around the city and at the guardhouse. As you walk past there, you get yourself over to the Dragon Market. You see a little signpost with all kinds of arrows pointing everywhere. One pointing to the Platinum District to the north, one pointing to Dragon's Market, another one pointing south to an area called Greyburg, and several other arrows all pointing towards where the market is, with the Temple of Bahamut, East Row, and Northport Keep. Those are all the directional signs that you see. You get to the Dragon's Market, and on the market you see the inn. You see the inn like marked the Dragon's Breath Inn, and you can see as like a logo, there's just this big dragon head with fire coming out of its mouth. You see another building that seems to be some form of general goods store and also a blacksmith, kind of adjacent to each other. You can see that there's a bunch of market stalls in the center of this square that are in the process of being like broken down because it's the end of the day. All the shops are closing up, and you see as well to your south of the Dragon's Market a familiar-looking building, a building you recognize as an Arcana Emporium, and you also see next to the inn is a large clock tower. So you walk up into the inn. And before we pick up there, we're gonna go and Nicole and Rix. You arrive at the Messenger Tower. It's a pretty similar tower to the one in Port Duran. It's just this large tower with a bunch of like holes in the wall for the birds to kind of like fly in and out of. When you enter the tower, there's one guard there, a dwarf wearing the same like guard armor with a shipwreck emblazoned on it. Next to him, you can see a pile of parchment and a bunch of writing equipment for people that have to write a letter. He kind of nods at you as you come in.
We'll walk up to the paper and writing supplies.
Okay.
And I'll ask the guard, do we have to pay for this, or can we just use it?
This messenger's tower is paid for by the taxes that citizens pay, so You do not have to pay for the letters you send.
All right, thank you. And I will write the letter explaining what happened and all that.
Okay. Yeah.
And that they have to expect two Black Dragonborn to come in, and that they have to take care of them.
Okay. Sounds good.
And I will send it to Hector in Daramoth.
All right. So you write your letter, roll it up in a little like scroll, put it in a case, and you walk up to the nearest bird that seems unoccupied. Tie it to his his little thing on his leg, and you whisper in the bird's ear, Daramoth, and it flies off. Nicole?
I would like to write a letter to Tibber.
Okay.
I will DM it you later.
Okay, sure.
And then say to Calzera and send it off.
Okay. Sounds good. As you guys are done there, do you immediately go to the inn?
I do.
Are the shops still open at this time?
As you get to the Dragon's Market, you see that most, if not all, the shops are in the process of closing down. It's getting... Most of the shops here seem to have kind of the rule like, oh, when it's sundown, we'll be open for a couple more hours, and then they'll close down for the night.
This is just Rix and Nicole seeing that, not.
You also saw that when you entered the Dragon's Market, or going to the inn. Yeah. Shops are in the process of closing down.
When we get back to us, I might try and leg it with my tiny legs to the Arcana Emporium before they close.
Okay. So you guys make it to the inn. Trim, you can do that. You still see some people around the Arcana Emporium. So you quickly.
I'll run up and be like, wait, like huffing and puffing to see this tiny little person running up.
Well, aren't you an adorable one? Can I assist you with anything?
Yeah, I need this, and I pull the Charm of Restoration bracelet off of my arm. I just want to know what this does. Like, I found I can use some features, but I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything.
So you want me to identify that they're bracelets? All right.
Yeah.
And she takes a bracelet from you and looks at it. Let's go inside real quick, yeah? And she guides you inside. This bracelet seems to be very powerful. Do you happen to travel with, what is it they call themselves now? The Heroes of Exile? Is that, people you travel with? Because they came in with, items of the same caliber not too long ago to get identified.
Yeah, I meant to give this to them to bring, and I didn't really think. I forgot. I mean, I travel with them, but I'm not one of them. Like I haven't asked. I don't actually really know. I mean, I haven't really done the stuff that they have. Stop me at any point because I babble when
it's all right. It's okay. I did not need your life story. Sure. I'll take some time and identify this for you. Yeah. And she puts it on the table, whips out a pearl out of her robes, and focuses on that for a little bit. Now this is interesting. And you see now, as she gives you the charm back, the middle gem, the biggest one, starts humming. And as you put it on, you suddenly feel something in your head clicks, and you are left with knowledge you didn't have before. You are able to add 2 third-level spells from any spellbook besides a druid spellbook to your known spells roster, and they'll function just as any druid spells. So you have to prepare them, but so you can pick 2 third-level spells from any other spellbook to add to your like known spells list, pretty much.
Any other spellbook?
Any other spellbook, correct?
Biggest hog.
So you don't have to do that now, but you know, like...
Yeah, I just kind of like eyes widen and just like blink really fast and a lot for a minute and just let the rush of the knowledge and just, oh boy, oh, that's a...
You are right, little one.
And then just shake it off a bit. I'm just like, yeah, sorry, I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you. How much do I owe you? And I reach in again, just fistful of platinum.
It's
and
quite
just,
alright.
hold it
I'm
out.
gonna extend you the same request I gave to your travel companions. If you happen to find more of these artifacts, please bring them to me. They're important for my research. There's not been any material or books written about the artifacts of the Sun Ring that specifically shows what they do, and I'd like to be the first one to do this.
Okay. Okay. Are you sure? You sure you don't need anything? Is there something wrong with my money? Because no one will take.
You shouldn't swing around handfuls of platinum to the wrong crowd that might seem like someone begging to be robbed.
Well, I mean, I'll give it to anyone. I don't need it. I don't know what to do with it. I don't even really want it, but someone kind of gave it to me. I don't. Is there a charity I could give it to?
Just hold on to that, darling, alright?
Oh, okay. I'll be more careful and put the coins away.
Right, now, if that is all, we are closing up shop for the night, so I would like to continue
I'm
that.
really sorry. I didn't mean.
It's
to
alright,
delay you.
it's alright.
Oh, thank you. And I'll go back to the inn and find the.
Okay. Yeah, and you notice now that while wearing the bracelet, this the largest largest gem in the middle has just this like hum to it that it didn't have before, and it doesn't seem to go away. Seems that that's a permanent
Cool.
new like feature to the bracelets that wasn't there previously. So as you now all arrive at the inn, Rix and Nicole aren't there quite yet. The inside of the inn is a it's pretty fancy. Very neat dark wooden tables, very neat dark wooden bar, a big chandelier hanging from the ceiling with all kinds of candles in it, lighting up the entirety of the room. And at the bar, you will see a human woman, seemingly in her late 30s, blonde hair, blue eyes, and seemingly her left arm, from elbow to fingers, has been replaced with some kind of prosthetic. Not as fancy as the one Octanus is wearing, but it seems to be seems to be a metal arm of some sorts from the elbow down to her fingers, kind of leaning on the bar. And as you guys come in, she kind of perks up. Right, then what can I do for you lot?
We're
Yes? Hello?
sorry, my Discord freaked out. We're looking to rent some rooms.
Right, we have doubles, triples, singles. How many of you are there? Are there any people coming? We are getting a little full at the moment, so I suggest you be quick.
There are 7 of us. How many singles, doubles, triples do you have?
Let me check for you. Hold on. And she grabs a book from under the bar, starts like going through it. Right now it seems that we have 1 triple, 1 double, and 1 single still available, which adds up to 7. If no, that's not. Adds up to 6. So I'll see what I can do. Hold on. And she moves from behind the bar, goes upstairs. You can hear
Kick someone out.
You can hear some like muffled voices because of being a floor up. And the door smack shut, and she goes back down. Right, my son lives in one of these rooms, so I told him to, take his stuff and move it into my room for the night. So there's another single room available now, which will suit all of your needs, if I'm not mistaken.
Should be perfect. How much for all of those rooms?
For a triple, a double, and 2 singles, that will be 4 gold pieces each.
I will pay the 4 gold. Is breakfast included in that, or is that something?
Absolutely, yes, absolutely.
Brilliant. Can I also start a tab?
Yes, of course. You plan on drinking a lot because the way opening a tab here works is we'll just add it to your room cost, so you'll pay that and the rooms tomorrow morning when you check out. We do have to write down the names of everyone that is part of that tab, just in case, you try and squeeze out of here without paying.
Well, there's this lot with me and 2 more coming in. You'll recognize them. One of them's a massive blue dragonborn. I'll put
Nice.
down the 4 gold for the rooms, and I'll put down a platinum piece as well. And just say it should cover everything we're gonna drink. If it doesn't, then I'll pay the rest of it. Just put my name down.
And that name would be
Aberan.
Aberan. All right. Yes, we do have one request, though. There's one guest in this room, or in this tavern, that likes his privacy. So, you can see him there, he's sitting in that corner. Just don't walk up to him. He's been a regular here. He's been living here for a couple of months, actually. Pays well, pays very well. And his one request is to be left alone at all times. So if you could do me that favor and not, while having a few drinks, walk up to his table, that'd be great.
Can I see anything distinguishing about this fellow?
Make a perception check.
No.
What's
I
your
got
roll?
a natural 3.
Yeah,
So,
I want to look
perception?
over at him.
It would be 6.
All you see is a humanoid dressed in some form of robes.
Is
Purple.
Aragorn from Lord of the Rings?
Purple by color, and a hood over his head. And he seems to be drinking something from a mug while playing what seems like a game of solitaire, just on his own, just playing a game of solitaire.
Ericanis is gonna move so that she can I don't know, if she has to crouch, look under the hood to see a face. Not subtle at all, just very obviously, what is your face?
Roll perception check.
Okay.
God. Actanis.
Ooh, okay. Perception.
Yep.
21.
Anyone?
Yeah, 21.
21.
You see that besides wearing the hood, his face is also covered up by a mask. A yellow, kind of just like a yellow sun seems to be depicted on the mask, but his face is covered by a mask.
Oh, fuck. God damn it.
Actanis.
What?
Come on, what do you want to drink?
Why do you even ask me that anymore?
I'll
Come on.
take. You reckon the others will be long? I'll take.
If they are, we can just drink it anyway, so.
Does anyone Trim? You don't drink, right? Or you sparingly
I-
drink?
Yeah, I do, just not a lot. Just on occasion.
Okay. Well, what would you like to drink?
Just like maybe a little, just a little cider, I guess.
You do cider here?
Where are the dogs? I want to pet them.
Downstairs.
We have
wow.
we have ciders. Yeah, we have currently bottled an apple cider, a pear cider, and a dragon fruit cider.
What's a dragon fruit? That's not from an actual dragon, is it?
No, it's just called dragon fruit because unpeeled, it kind of looks like it has dragon scales, and I guess that's where they got the name from. It's sweet but also a little bitter.
Oh my
Wanna try
god.
one?
Sure, I'll try that one. And I take just one single coin from my purse. I don't even look at coins. And I try and jump up so I can slam the coin on
Slap a coin on the
Trim,
on the.
I've paid for a tab. You don't need to pay for your drinks.
Well then it's a tip for the nice lady.
Well, thank you very much, little lass. And she picks
Or
up the
man,
coin.
I don't
and
remember
it's
what this
a
NPC
woman.
was.
It's a blonde
Okay,
human
good.
woman, and she picks up the coin. Assuming it's a gold coin.
She
with
said she had
her
a son. How old is she?
with her metal arm and puts it in her pocket. She looks like in her late 30s.
Okay. And the metal arm, is it particularly dexterous? Like, does she pick up the coin with ease?
Yeah, it seems whether it's designed to be dexterous or it's just she's been using it for so long that it's become almost as good as a normal arm. You don't know, but yeah, she just picks up the coin, puts it in her pocket, and starts preparing the drinks.
Okay. So
When
we'll have
Octana
a-
sees like when she kind of finally spots the metal arm, she just like goes, "Oh, eh, eh."
She
and, like,
looks at-
points
she
her
looks at
own
you.
excitedly.
She looks at you, looks at her arm, just gives you a little thumbs up with her metal arm, but her face is like,
There we go. Okay.
So we'll
Just gonna
take
sit down.
we'll take a dragon fruit cider. We'll take 6 ales and 6 shots of the strongest thing you have.
6 fire water coming up. And as you're ordering drinks, Nicole and Rix enter the building now as well and see all of you still gathered at the bar.
As I enter, I'd like to look around, and I'm specifically looking at all the patrons that are in this fucking thing and see if any of them have a tattoo on them.
Make a perception check.
That's a
4.
good shout.
Calling it.
I mean, no. Perception, that's a 16.
Okay. You look around, you see the patron at the back corner of the inn wearing a robes and a hood and a mask. Can't really make out whether he has a neck tattoo or not, because literally every inch of his skin is covered with something.
It's covered.
You can see a group of what seem like business owners of some sorts. They dress very fine, and you can kind of overhear some conversation of a certain trade deal not going right or whatever. Not really super interesting to you. And you see a handful of dock workers sitting at another table, presumably just got done with their shifts and they're just drinking. You do not spot anything that would show you that anyone there is part of the executioners per se.
Cool. Yeah, they called you that kind of like looking of like pretending he's like responsive, but he's like he's just doing that, and they'll sit with the rest of the group.
Okay.
We'll take up a table near the bar, I guess, and
Okay.
I will pass Nicole and Rix their ale and firewater.
All right.
I'll kind of push my firewall over to Octana.
Yeah, so you guys gotta sit down. You want to keep an eye on the guy?
On the hidden figure.
Okay. We'll say for the sake of brevity, you guys have some drinks. At some point during the night, the guy with the hood and the mask gets up off his chair, takes his deck of cards, takes one more swig out of his mug, and instead of going upstairs, he seems to go down a latch under the staircase and climbs down a ladder and then closes the latch. The rest of the patrons spend their nights drinking. The business people that were sitting at that one table leave a couple hours after you arrive, and those dock workers stay a little longer, but also eventually make their way out of the tavern until it's just you guys. The barkeep has been providing you with drinks constantly, and unless there's anything you want to do, you guys retire for the night.
So, there's I've paid for the rooms already. There's a triple, a double, and 2 singles. So, does anyone really care enough about having their own room?
Cool.
Anyone?
But I'll take a
Privacy. Okay, cool. Anyone else?
I guess I'll take the other one.
Cool.
I have a question for the DM.
Yes?
Has anyone complained about the fact Young Buck's in the tavern with us?
Oh God.
I'm just assuming that whenever you go into establishments, you don't bring the elk with you because that's the normal thing to do.
Okay.
Because
I'm okay with that.
So
I know,
guess,
like it's not really worth role playing every time. Like, oh yeah, I give Young Buck or a time to a thing. It's like, okay, when you go into a building, I just kind of auto assume you don't bring him with you unless you specify otherwise.
So we can't leave him there
Alright.
like a weapon.
No.
So Actanis, Trim, I assume you two would rather share a room, and then myself, Narang, Quinn will share a room. Everyone happy with that?
Sure.
Sounds good.
Sounds fine to me. And I want to walk over to the barkeep.
Oh
Okay.
God.
It's not what you guys think. Fuck off.
Do you know what? I'm a little disappointed. I want you to woo one of these barkeep.
She's not cute though, so it don't matter.
You didn't ask if she was cute or not.
Yeah, what?
She has a son. Someone did the
She's
deed.
too young, dude. She's too young.
I mean, late
At
30s
30.
for a human, bro. Like, hello.
It was a joke. Jesus.
He
Can I,
only likes
Anyway.
grandmothers.
Can I help you with anything else?
Actually, that. Yeah. What's the deal with that masked guy going underneath the stairs?
Oh, we have some rooms downstairs as well, and he rented out the entire basement floor level for himself. Like I said to your friends before, he really likes privacy, and he pays very well, so I didn't really, bother. And I go in there from time to time to clean a little bit, and no corpses hidden under the rug or anything. So it seems good to me.
Nothing out of place down there.
No.
Not as far as I can tell, and I've ran this establishment for 20 years, so...
Fair enough. Appreciate it. And I'll leave a gold coin on the counter and head upstairs.
Takes the coin, pockets it. Good night.
Out
You
of
too.
character.
Yes?
One, Belle, did you actually just write down no corpse as a note? And
I
secondly, do you remember when I was trying to lift that really heavy crate and I failed?
Yeah?
Who was it who did it? Was it Nicole?
It was me.
It was me and Bran. Me and
Me
Bran
and
and Nicole.
Me and
I mean,
Bran.
it was mainly me, but yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
I
Nicole.
helped. You don't know what I rolled.
Okay.
Yes, it did.
How inebriated am I right now?
You've had a few rounds.
Oh, I'll make it active now. Then the didn't drink that much.
Okay,
It was
yeah.
mainly-
If you've
I
drank
drank
every
a lot.
round, Quinn, I'd say you've had like 4 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
4 to 5 rounds of drinks at this point.
I'm getting white girl wasted.
Heck yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna saunter on up to Nicole. Really? Hello, Nicole.
Alright, Quinn.
When we were getting onto the boat, I saw that you were able to lift that crate that I was unable to lift.
Oh yeah, how's your back, by the way? Look like you hurt quite bad. Are you doing alright?
I've recovered fine just now.
Oh, sorry then.
I was wondering if you would be interested in a little test of strength among friends.
I fucking knew it.
Nicole looks at the ground. You can see there's a hidden pain. You mean if you heard of wrestle arm then?
You mean arm wrestling?
No, I'm pretty sure it's called wrestle arm. Everywhere we've gone, that's what we've called it, and that's what's been said. I mean, yeah, I'm always down for a little game, I suppose.
Okay, I post up on the table.
Oh,
I'll be
Oh,
honest.
shit.
Who are we betting on?
Um,
I'm gonna put my money on Quinn.
I'm gonna go with Nicole this time.
You
gold?
legitimately
3 gold.
roll a strength check, guys, as you clasp hands.
Nicole takes a big breath as he goes, and then
Here we go.
what the fuck is
I
that?
feel like at this point, Bran's developing a gambling addiction.
Lol.
Those are the worst things to be addicted to.
I mean, Narok's had one since the 2nd episode he was here.
So, Nicole, what's your roll?
18.
Quinn.
Dirty 20.
You start pushing down Nicole's arm. It's not quite enough to have the back of his hand meet the table, but you are definitely winning, Quinn. Both of you roll another strength check.
Oh god.
No.
Corvo doesn't look very.
Neither look happy.
2.
Not one.
1.
For a total of
I got a 12. I rolled a 7. I was really not happy with rolling a 7, but then I saw your face and was like, okay, 7's fine.
Yeah, Quinn. With relative ease, this last little push, you just smack his hand on the table. Nicole, you kind of pull your hand back, and it's kind of like, oh, fuck.
yeah.
But Quinn
I'll just
seems to be
kinda
the winner in this game of arm wrestling or wrestle arm.
Nicole's face is just neutral. He goes, yeah, no, games aren't really my thing. Katana's the one that's good at it. And he fucking just goes upstairs. No,
Wait, before-
he stays. He just goes, yeah, it's not my thing.
as Nicole's leaving, I just go, you could beat me if it helped.
And then Nicole does leave. Like he stands up, looks to leave. He just like kind of pats Octanas on the back, like, yeah, this one's the proper one of the group. She's a bit more better at the game, shall we say? I'll do the heavy lifting.
I look at Octanas. Like,
Yeah, I give you the money.
Want to cough up your gold and then?
Yeah, I
take
give
on-
it to you like begrudgingly as soon as he loses. You know.
Let him face the reigning champion.
This
Fred
goes.
is not here anymore.
I'll
Freddie left.
talk
He's not a
to-
champion of anything anymore.
I'll lean to Brad, be like, so I'm gonna bet Octanas wins this one, right, mate? Like, come on, can't really bet against that.
I'd also have picked back tennis, but
Well, it's
I'll
alright.
wager with you. 3 gold.
Okay.
Alright. I'll say it loud enough that Octanas hears. I'm like, you was dare not back Octanas, right? Like,
All right.
yeah, 3
So Quinn,
ego has
Octanas,
been-
are you going to clasp hands and
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
all
Sure.
right, roll a strength
No
check?
fucking wrecker.
It's not enough to be a champion of Slarbs in one character. He's doing 2
yes.
characters.
Natural 20. I'm
No.
not even kidding. Where's my phone?
Yeah,
take a
what's your
picture of that.
total?
My total is then 26.
What did you roll, Quinn?
Wait, just
I got
straight
15.
strength.
15. Wait, straight strength? It's 26. Is your strength plus 6?
No way, you're shit.
Bell?
Plus 6 bell. Bell.
Uh,
Straight,
what?
not saving throw.
Oh,
just
straight. No, then it's 3. Yeah, I read the wrong number by accident. 23.
I was just like, what?
So, yeah, you don't have a plus 6 to your strength.
Yeah, I
just 22
read the wrong
strength,
one,
guys.
it's fine.
Suddenly.
As you clasp hands, Quinn, you brace yourself to see what strength Octanas can put into this. But it's over before you know it. Your back of the hand meets the table, and you're sitting there confused as to what just happened.
I've just beaten the call with ease, so I'm like not prepared for it at all.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, it should be another easy one. Oh, okay.
Smashed.
I hand over 3 gold to Nicole.
Alright,
The 3 gold I won from Octanas.
fair enough. So, unless there's anything else you guys want to do, you all retire to your dedicated rooms for the night.
Actually,
Oh boy.
because they mentioned a messenger tower and they went, Brandon has contemplated it and now drunk is going to go find the messenger tower.
Brand's
I'll,
gonna drunk text someone.
I'll be back in a bit.
Okay.
D&D equivalent of drug
I
text.
love you.
Okay.
And I
Fair enough. The rest of you guys go to bed. Bran, you roll an intelligence check.
Can I make a perception check to see if I notice him leaving?
An
And talk to
intelligence
because I only
check.
had the
Tells
one.
you guys he's leaving.
Yeah, he says it right. Like he's like,
Okay.
oh yeah.
Oh,
I'll be back in a
Okay.
bit to send a letter.
okay. Then
Uh,
once he's left, I'm gonna quickly turn into a black cat and follow him. Just to
Okay.
make sure, 'cause I'm worried about drunk him getting.
Okay.
into-
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
It would have been a 15, but I have a -1, so 14.
You kind of stumble a little bit. You've had quite a few drinks, and you have been sat on your ass pretty much all evening. So you as you finally get up, it's just like ooh, all of a sudden it all hits you at once, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You do kind of, with the moonlight, make out something that looks like a signpost, and you kind of like walk up towards it and kind of like tap the one that says Messenger Tower, and you just follow that road.
If it's dark at all, then I'm gonna cast light.
There's torches kind of lighting up the roads, like the main roads in the town. So it's bright enough for you to see.
Okay.
Trim, you follow him pretty easily.
Yeah, like keeping a good like 10, 15 feet.
I'm
between
drunk,
us at
there's
all
no
times.
way
Don't want
I
him to
know
know
you.
I'm following.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, you
And
follow
I'm
him.
not stealthy, and I have clinking plate mail.
Yeah, exactly. You eventually make it to the docks, and you kind of look, and you see a big tower to your north, and you just make your way there. Once you get to the tower, there's a guard sitting there, a dwarf, nods at you. You right?
Yeah, I just want to send a letter.
You send in a letter to a loved one now that you've had some liquid courage, eh? We've all been there. Yeah, there's parchment here, there's writing equipment there. Just do your thing. Do your thing.
It's not like that.
Well, that's what they all say.
I'm gonna send 2 letters.
2 lovers.
Um,
There you
and
are.
unless Trim is like there actively watching, I will.
Trim will like
When he goes in the building, I'm gonna find like a window or something where I can perch and still see him. I'm not gonna follow him inside.
Yeah,
if
you
possible.
can climb the building and kind of like squeeze your head in like a little hole where typically a bird
Okay.
would fly in from, so you kind of have an idea of what's happening inside.
Okay, sure.
You can
I'll
see
do
Bran
that
kind of
then.
like leaning over a table, writing those letters.
I will DM you about the letters I've sent unless Trim is actively trying to read them.
That would really hard
No.
from their perspective. So
Then
Do
yeah,
any of the
I'll-
birds
No,
freak
I'm
out
not.
seeing a cat?
I'm not here because I want to know what's in your letter. I'm here just because
To keep an eye on you.
person on his
Yeah.
own. I want to make sure you don't
okay,
like,
so
trip
you
over yourself.
write the letters.
fall on
You
your.
drop your dice on the floor.
Oh shit, dice.
You walk up to two birds. Give one tie one letter to one bird and one to another. Give them their destinations, and they both fly out of the building.
I'm going to attach a package to one of them.
Okay.
Again, I'll tell you what's in the package.
Yeah, just give me a breakdown in DMs later.
Is it what size is the package? Because I would see that. Is it a small, medium, large?
And they're birds; they can't really carry like heavy packages.
How many
so
stamps does it need?
It would have to be like a little purse or something, like a little
Yeah, it's
Okay.
nothing too. Crazy.
it's a coin purse that you figure holds maybe like 5-10 coins.
Okay.
Do you return to the tavern after you're done, Aaron?
I do, but I'm gonna take a scenic pace. And
Okay. You
what's it like outside? Is it
you
cloudy?
be careful,
or-
yeah. Don't It would be a shame if you had to fish your frozen corpse out of the sea tomorrow morning.
Fine, I can walk on water.
Right. You take the scenic routes. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, is it cloudy or like is it clear?
It's a pretty clear sky tonight.
I'm just gonna sort of wander, look at the sky, like not to the point where I don't know where I am, but definitely just have a look around, see if I see anything exciting.
From the messenger's tower, you kind of walk around and you go around the warehouses to follow a road that leads to the Platinum District, a kind of a gated area within the city with a bunch of huge mansions, all kind of definitely the rich folk district is what you gather from that. You can see a big statue in the middle of the Platinum District of a man riding a horse, looking all knightly and stuff. Once you get to the actual gates,
He's walking back.
yeah.
I'm just gonna follow closer this time. Like now, I'm not as caring if he sees me. Like I'll be within 5
Okay.
feet. And just-
You see some guards stationed outside the actual gates to the Platinum District. They kind of nod at you as you walk past, and you find yourself back at the Dragon's Market from that area, and you can see the inn.
Do I notice this cat that's like 5 feet behind me now?
Yeah, a roll perception check actually. A roll perception check because it's you're drunk. You're like, eh.
15. Do I have disadvantage because I'm drunk or?
No. Because Trim is that close to you, you don't have disadvantage. Yeah, you notice that there's a cat kind of following you around. There's a cat there.
Trim turned into a black cat once before, correct?
Well,
She
she
did.
always has the harness on.
Yeah, and the
Whenever
cat. The
she
Oh,
cat.
that's
doesn't
true.
do
It would be a
anything.
cat with the heart.
Yeah, the cat is wearing the harness that Trim
So
wears.
I would recognize it as Trim.
Yeah,
Or
you would.
Sort of.
When he turns and looks at me, I just like sit down, like all proper, and just look at him and just meow once.
I'm just gonna gently pat Trim on the head and go back in the tavern.
All right. Once you get back into the tavern, the rest of your compatriots are all retired to the bedroom for the night. And I am going to guess that you guys do the same.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up, find the triple room, and bang on the door till one of them lets me in.
Roll a d10.
And
Oh, God.
can I? Is there a window to my room with Octanus that I can
It's a
get in as a
6.
cat, so I don't have to wake?
Windows are all shut. You're in a very cold area. It's not really a thing to leave your windows open at night.
True.
What did you roll, Abran?
6.
6? You knock on a door, and Rix, You hear someone banging on your door.
I'll go to the door and open it. I'm like kind of confused. What's up?
Oh,
everyone?
fuck. Do you know which room Quinn and Ron are in?
Do I know which room?
Yeah,
they're in?
you all went upstairs together. You saw them enter the room across from yours.
It's the one across here.
Cool.
And in that
Turn
case,
around.
Good night,
Bang
Abraham.
on that door.
to get into my room, I'll just shapeshift from a cat into a spider and just crawl under the door, and then shapeshift into normal trim to go to sleep,
Alright.
so I don't wake up Octanus because I don't do that.
Smart. Naronk
Do
and
that,
Quinn,
someone's gonna
you now
die.
hear a loud on your door.
I'm ignoring it.
I'll go open the door.
Alright.
I'm not.
Yeah,
not.
he's too nice.
Quinn, you walk up to the door, open it up, and you can see Abran there, looking at you.
Swaying from side to side.
A little bit, a little bit, a little bit.
And but Quinn is also swaying in equal ways, so they're like they match.
Are we opposite or are we in sync?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sharing a room with you guys, right? Yeah. I want to.
I think you're 2 doors down.
Do I believe him?
Roll an insight check.
I'm pretty drunk.
Naronk, roll a deception check.
Oh no! Oh
Naronk,
no!
Deception,
He's so
Naronk,
sneaky, his
quick!
camera disappeared.
I got a 5, so that's 8.
No. So,
Time 19.
Soko rolled a 9.
19. Yeah, you believe everything he says, and you go 2 doors
Oh
down.
my god.
Sorry. I'm gonna walk 2 doors down. If,
No,
unless
I'll
Quinn's-
I'll interrupt and be like, ignore him. Come on in, you're with us.
I.
Fun fact: 2 doors down would have been the barkeeper's room. So.
Wait, did I
Brand's pretty
close?
cute. She might not have minded.
did I close the door yet when he
Yeah,
did
you
I
kind of
see
just
what
like,
happened?
good night, Abran, close the door, yeah.
God damn it.
Okay, so Quinn tells you that Naronk's full of shit. You all retire for the night.
I throw a
God
copper piece at Naronk's head.
You throw a copper piece in Naronk's direction. And you
I
all...
cast light on it and then throw it at his head.
Alright. Naronk then, since Soko's not here, I'm gonna assume that Naronk then takes the next little bit of time to pick up the coin and just chuck it out the fucking
me.
room.
Through the window.
He says I do.
Okay. And you all wake up the next morning, some more hungover than others. The day is yours. And you already smell the scent of freshly baked breads, fresh cooked meats of all kinds of sorts. It's smelling like a real good breakfast. Real good breakfast.
Can I smell cinnamon?
Fucking.
Make a perception check.
That was
No.
a joke.
You don't smell cinnamon. Not everything is a sellouts reference, Gypsy.
I'll go downstairs, chip, especially if the food smells nice. I'll be like, I'll wake up. And get down a bit quicker than usual.
Okay. You get downstairs and you can see where the bar is at. There's just a bunch of like pans and pots, like all like put down on the actual bar. And you can see like a group of people kind of like, it's very like food courty, where you pick up like a plate and you kind of just like walk past all of the things and you put some stuff on your plate and you walk over to the next thing. And at the end of the line, you can walk to a table. Food is smelling really good.
Any other patrons in the bar? Specifically, is that hooded guy sitting anywhere?
He is. He seems to be having breakfast. His mask off his face next to his plate so that he can eat.
Oh. I'm sketchy about him. Yeah. Nicole is actually proper sketchy about. Yeah.
Sorry?
I will like to go up to just my meal and kind of, but definitely like try and look at his fucking face.
Roll a perception check.
Don't fuck me
Just
now,
behind you,
guys.
Octanus is like crouching down again.
If I see Octanus crouching, I'm gonna go, why does everyone keep
That was so
staring at
close.
that
It was on 20 and it just rolled away. That's an 18. It's
Okay.
so good.
Because some of the members
You
of our
see his
group are
face
inherently
now?
parent.
It's a man. Seemingly either there's something elvish in there, but it's not a full-blood elf. And you can see now where what the mask would have been hiding is just a mess of scars and burn marks, and it seems that this individual is a burn victim of some sorts, and he's wearing the mask to kind of hide the awful look that his face now has to it.
Piece of shit.
You are a piece of shit. Yep.
You two are just horrible people.
It's almost like
What?
there's a masked man around that we want to find, and Dutch baited us. I knew this was gonna be a bait. I knew it. But curiosity killed the cow, right? And I just Nicole look, and you just have that moment where you like, you know, when you look away too quickly, like because you
Yeah,
feel
it's
like
like,
you've been staring for too
Ooh.
long.
Yeah.
And it's just that like I wasn't looking, I swear. Like
Mhm.
just does that like, and gets the food and.
Octanus just like
That's it.
looks at Trim and is like, I don't like not knowing things. Okay, that's it. That's the only reason.
They're untrusting of basically anything and everything. In case you hadn't already gathered.
Not everything.
No,
Just-
no.
If it's got a mask.
That's
And
fine. It's not
actively
like
doesn't
we're
want to be
stressed.
known.
But now we know why.
Like
Yeah.
some of us in multiple scenarios.
And now we're fine.
So,
Okay, but
you all have your
Please remember.
breakfast. The day is
What's
yours.
for breakfast?
There's a plethora of different cooked meats, bacon, sausages, some form of ham, and
Did
much
we
more.
Drink our way through a platinum's worth of alcohol.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Okay. Then I'll go square away the rest of our debt.
Okay. She gives you a little nod as you pay her an additional 6 gold pieces.
we saw
I'll just put a
the
platinum down and tell her to keep.
Okay.
we saw the temple when we came in, right? Like
No,
everyone
you just
that
saw
temple.
you saw a sign that pointed towards the Temple of Bahamut. You didn't see the actual temple itself.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I still want to approach Aberan.
Mhm.
At some point.
Okay. I mean, yeah, you're having breakfast together, so.
Okay. You're not allowed to like freak out and be really weird about this, okay?
Okay.
I want to go to the Temple of Bahamut, and I need you to come with me because I don't know how to be in the temple.
I mean, in case you haven't noticed by now, I wasn't the most studious.
Yeah, but it's still better than me.
students, but- Okay, if you want me to come with you, I'll come with you.
Okay, good. Figured we should probably find out more about him since, you know.
Rix, you know that from the city of Northport, it's roughly like 8 hours travel on foot to get to the base of the mountain that is called the Lonely Peak.
You Hobbit music.
Do you all accompany the two go to the temple, or are you all kind of doing your own thing?
I was gonna say, did you say that off to a side, or did you just say that like in front of everyone?
It was more directed just to Aberan.
But
So-
like audible.
I mean, you
But-
probably would have like heard it, but
Okay, hearing it, I'll lie. I actually grew up in a temple. If you want someone
Oh.
to accompany you who
God.
knows temples.
yes, please.
There you go. You'll all
Uh,
sorted being married.
I actually
Before they
wanna
go,
do
I'm gonna go. How? Sorry,
Is that
go
Laura?
ahead, Rick. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I was just gonna say,
Uh,
how long do you think you guys are gonna be? Because
Not very long. I'll be as quick
Oh,
as I
okay.
can. I don't want to be in there very long at all.
I actually have to do some shopping anyway, so I'll do that while you guys go to the temple.
Yeah, so I've got some stuff I want to do as well. We'll meet back at the temple. It's a nice central place, and we can all see it. So we'll just meet. It could be wait outside, Octavius. I have to wait inside the temple.
It's still too
Show a
close.
bit of respect for it.
Why don't we meet up here at the inn again?
That works.
I mean, that works.
Do we intend to
when do we intend to set out? Are we setting out today?
I mean, as soon as possible,
Yeah.
I think. Let's go
It's-
see something.
Yeah, that's why I was asking.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just we're so close now. I kind of just wanna find these people and help Brits before
It's
they get
about
too far.
it's about 8 hours of travel to get to the base of the mountain. So
Well, 8 hours travel. I mean, we have Youngbuck, but I could always look into maybe some carriages or some horses while you guys do whatever
I
you need to do.
I can also just with magic summon some polar bears, and then I can be a polar bear, and then we can all ride them through the snow.
That's
good.
incredible.
I mean,
From
I feel
a
like
from a
riding you as a
mechanics
polar
from a
bear-
from a mechanics standpoint, riding a mount doesn't make you get anywhere faster. It's just less. It just makes it less effort, but you still riding a mount.
Yeah,
like
I know.
is,
It'll still take
you know,
that time.
Yeah, it still takes the same amount
It
of time.
just saves our energy because we
Yeah.
don't have to trudge through.
I say I'll say like,
But
what, a little
don't
bit
horses
of
have
walking
like,
in this.
double the speed?
So what? Bit of it's just a bit of hiking, guys. We're gonna be going up a mountain anyway. It'll be nice, it must be nice to walk again in Thermagar. Take me back a bit. It's been a while.
Really?
I enjoyed it.
Okay.
Lovely seeing you
Weirdo.
around here.
So riding
cool
horses
it's
would be the
hurt,
same
like,
speed as
When Trim went, I want it, I want it, I want it, all I could think of was, I really, really, want it.
Dutch.
Yes.
Full mounted being the same speed as walking, is that for a caravan or for like horses? Because
Just animals in general, because even if their movement speed is more, they still have to rest, they still have to do their thing. So at the end of the day, whether you're on foot or, and as stated in the player's handbook, unless there are some, enchantments done, typically, whether you're on foot or riding an animal, you'll get at a certain point where you're going around the same time when it's longer travel.
Okay.
We need a ranger.
You have a ranger. What do you mean?
Hi. Speed us up on overall travel then. Do your job.
wait, what?
So, for those going to the temple, you leave the
Yeah.
inn and you make your way towards the Temple of Bahamut, following the signs. And what you see before you is a large temple with a big dome on it. And to the left of that temple, in a little courtyard, a big statue of a platinum dragon. You can see various priests and clerics walking around in these platinum-colored robes. What do you do?
I'm just gonna look towards Quinn, just be like, okay, so the plan is here. I want to find out, in general, as much information as possible. Specifically about the Bahamut's relationship with his brother. But I don't want to ask anyone anything because I don't like talking to these people.
So you're gonna go inside and just kind of look around? Is that what you do?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna tell Quinn.
You look around, and I will go speak to someone.
Thank you.
All right,
I
Octanus,
know.
as you go inside, you look around and you can see a lot of people at several altars, all dedicated to Bahamut, it seems like, doing their thing, making offerings, praying, talking to clerics. What do you want to do, Quinn?
I want to find the nearest priesty-looking person and approach them.
Okay. You look around and there are several priesty-looking people there. But one of them you spot seems to be wearing. The robes are a little fancier and has a little like circlets on his head, and he seems to be talking to a group of clerics all at once.
That looks promising to me. I'll head over.
And as he sees you approach, he kind of nods at all of his like clerics to kind of disperse. And you now see this is a silver dragonborn.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning. What do I owe the favor? Who do I owe the favor to having some visitors in our temple?
Greetings, my name is Quinn. And your name?
Quinn, my name is Perinom.
A pleasure to meet you. I had a few questions about Bahamut. I was wondering if you could help me.
But of course, what do you want to ask?
I mainly wanted to just know general information about him, but also about his brother and his relationship with his brother.
Interesting. Bahamut, the Platinum Dragon, as most know him, is kind of the opposite to Tiamat. Is how many people see him. Where Tiamat is this draconic creature of evil, Bahamut wants to do good and wants to make sure that life is preserved, not just draconic life, but life in general. It is true, not many people know, but it is true, he has a brother, Chromatus, who is still to be considered a deity, but because he is the younger of the two, he stands in Bahamut's shadow a lot. I wonder though, where does the interest in Chromatus come from? Not a lot of people even know he exists, let alone think twice about him.
I have a friend who is a Dragonborn, and he's mentioned him in passing a few times, so I just thought I'd learn more so that I can learn more about my friend.
Fair enough. Chromatus is a dragon deity to some caliber, has exceptional powers that none of the other dragons have. He mainly keeps busy with the smaller things where Bahamut... Well, the things Bahamut is too busy for, pretty much. So if people decide to pray to Chromatus, it tends to be the smaller things like sick children or crops gone bad or things like that. Whereas Bahamut deals with, you know, the life and death stuff, I guess you could say.
So he's very much a good deity as well in Bahamut's image.
Absolutely, yes, absolutely. It is just because he's the younger of the two, he gets less recognition, but he is definitely not less of a good deity.
Very well. I thank you for the information, and have a
Not a
good
problem.
day.
You as well.
I'll go hunt down Actanus.
Okay. Actanus is still kind of walking around. You can see in the middle of this temple is another statue to Bahamut. But this time it seems to be a more humanoid form. Yeah, you see people praying, you see people talking to the clerics. That's really all you see in here. It's very temple-like.
There are no like temple like friezes or something.
Sorry?
Like carvings and stuff.
There are on the inside.
Like
There's murals of different scenarios where Bahamut has been, you know, seen doing his good deeds and all that. In some of these carvings, you do see in the distance a smaller dragon as well. There's some stained glass windows that depict Bahamut. Yeah.
Cool. Then as soon as Quinn walks up, I'm like, okay, we gotta go. I don't want to be here no more. Let's leave. Go, go,
Okay.
go.
And while we're walking, I'll be like, I spoke to what appeared to be the head priest of the temple. He assured me that Bahamut's brother is very much similar to Bahamut in a lot of ways, but because he is his younger brother, he deals with lesser issues than Bahamut. Bahamut deals with like big world-ending stuff, life or death. His younger brother deals with like people being sick, bad crop harvests, things such as this.
Okay, that's good to know. Okay, let's go to the inn. Don't like it.
Well, actually, while we're walking, I'll go. Since you seem to dislike temples so much, why were you so curious to go to one?
Well, the temple to a god seems like the best place to find out information about one.
You avoided the root of my question, which is, why did you want to find out about Bahamut's brother?
Nukul mentioned him the other day. I don't like not knowing about things.
Very well. I am not going to push that issue any further.
Okay. Who went to go shopping? Nicole and Rix and Abran. Okay. Where do you guys want to go shopping?
I want to go to the Imperial Arcana Emporium. What is it called?
The Arcana Emporium.
That one.
Okay. All
I
right.
also want to go there.
Abran, are you joining them?
Yeah, because I'm not going to get horses, so.
Okay. You all three walk into the Arcana Emporium. Immediately spot Theonel, and she turns towards you. How's it going, lads? Can I assist you in any way?
Yes. Can you, do you by any chance have any special arrows?
Few, yes. What arrows particularly are you looking for? We have some that explode. We have some that are loaded with a cloud of poison, disease, and we have some that are enchanted to do pretty much any type of elemental damage, so whether that's fire, frost.
Do you have anything for paralysis by any chance?
I think I do, yes. Give me just a second. And you see her eyes kind of like almost roll back into her head as she closes them, and she kind of stands there for a second with her eyes closed and does some movements with her hands and mutters some words. And in her hands appears a bundle of 5 arrows. These are designed to, when striking an opponent, have the potential to stun them in place. They're a little pricey, but you can get the bundle for 300 gold pieces. There's 5 of them in a bundle.
All right. And what about the explosion arrows?
We tend to sell those separate from each other because, you don't want to rattle them around and accidentally, create a fireball that kills entire building worth of people. But let me quickly. Boom. These arrows are designed with a little device that, on impact, when the impact is hard enough to break it, to explode in a ball of fire. The arrow is destroyed on impact, obviously. These go for 100 gold pieces each.
All right. I'll take. Is it safe to carry around more than one of those?
If you are very careful, I would probably suggest keeping them in some sort of quiver where you can kind of tie them separate from each other, or maybe a bag of holding or a haversack of some sort that, stores them in a place that is not here. I reckon if you were to buy more than one, you be best off See, I don't do this to make extra money, but I do have a quiver that, like, separately... there's 5 slots in them. 1 explosive arrow fits in each, but it's designed so that arrows don't contact each other. You're willing to pick that up as well, but I'll leave that up to you.
No, I'll take 1 explosive arrow and then the bundle of paralysis arrows.
Alright, so that'll set you back roughly, let's say 400 gold pieces. I'm feeling nice today.
Alright,
You're
thank you.
gonna be able to afford that, Rix?
Oh yeah, I'm fine, thanks.
Okay, just don't shoot me with that one like the last one.
She takes the money from you, hands you the arrows, and carefully hands you the explosive one. Please be careful.
I will, thank you.
Anything else anyone needs?
Yeah, actually, and I'll take out the braces of strength that were in my bag. I'm like, yeah, I'm looking to sell these.
Alright.
I know I bought them from you.
I was gonna say,
Not
didn't
too
you
long
buy
ago,
these
but-
from me?
I've-
Interest. So they require attunement, right?
Yes.
Yes, they do.
Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, that main reason I'm fucking selling. I'm like, yeah, no, unfortunately, you know, as you learned the other day, I've acquired some of the items, shall we say, and
Well,
they're not so much needed anymore.
I suppose I could take those off your hands for, Do you recall what I sold them for?
No.
Me neither.
I remember it being quite a lot because it was after the dragon fight.
Well,
remember
I
being
mean,
like,
you can
"I
always
have
buy them
money."
back for cheaper now because they're used.
Oh, exactly.
So I'm sure they probably
I
been, like,
will,
scuffed up a bit.
since the second hand, take these off your hands for 500 gold pieces or something.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Right?
Should we?
Hands you the money, takes the braces off of you.
While we're here, should we? We're expecting a fight on the other end of this trip, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we
Should we
can.
get some healing potions?
I mean, I've got quite a few, but I can suppose when I get a couple more.
How many have you got?
I mean, I've got 5 greater.
Oh, we're fine then.
I mean, like, you know what? I will get a couple just for because I'll get some other potions. Don't you suppose you have on stock any like potions of strength? Do you like something to make me a bit stronger? Would you, Theo?
What was that? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
I don't suppose you got any potions, you know, on hand. Did you have to like make now, you know, to make me a bit stronger? Would you just in? You know...
I have some hill giants strength potions.
How much do they go for?
Let me quickly have a look in my little booklet. I had it written down somewhere. It's just
Yeah,
a while since I had to deal with those.
it's fine.
Yeah. The potions of hill giant strength will the cheapest of the giant potions. We also have stone giant and cloud giant strength, but those are a little pricier. They make you stronger, but you know.
What price range are we talking? Give us the lowdown, all the price, you know, just so I know for
Right.
future reference.
The cloud giant strength potion will run you roughly 10,000 gold pieces a pop.
Me. Jesus Christ.
The stone giant strength potion will run you roughly 2,000 gold pieces a pop. And the hill giant strength potion will run you roughly 500 gold pieces a pop.
I'll how much are your just your regular old mind healing potions as well?
50 gold pieces each.
I will. Yeah, I'll get 2 of those strength potions and 1 minor healing potion, please. And I'll pay for the healing potion in silver, and I'll give her 500 silver.
Are you you're a bit short on cash, Nicole?
No, not at all. And I'll hand over the resting gold of the.
The hill giant strength potions?
Yeah, the 1,000.
So you get 2 potions of hill giant strength.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what they do? They basically make your strength 21.
Make sure it's in one quality. Cheers.
Hand you the healing potion as well. Right. You Azamar, do you looking for purchase, or you just
No,
accompanying your friends?
I sort of resent the term Azamar, but
Well, it is what you are, is it not?
true, but it's not who I am, but
Right. I don't care. What is it? Is there anything I can help you with, or I have a business to run?
just do you have anything interesting that would be interesting?
My dear, you're in a store that stocks tens, if not hundreds, if not thousands of magical artifacts. I'm sure there's something in there that you find interesting. You're gonna have to be a little more specific.
Do you have anything? I'll take one of those hill giant potions.
Alright. 500 gold pieces.
Pay her 50 platinum.
Alright. She hands you a potion. Anything else?
No. I'm not really sure. I'm just window shopping.
Right. She turns away from you guys and goes back to doing her business with some other customers.
Do I see anything on the shelves that looks interesting to me?
Roll a perception check.
12.
You see a helmet labeled the Helm of Heroes. It's like a golden helmet, and the entire face is almost covered, besides like a cross, like two slits, one going this, one going like that, to kind of have
Like a Templar helm.
yeah, kind of. That catches your eye. Completely golden, looks very shiny. You see a
Does it have a
cloak.
price tag?
Yeah, 2,900 gold pieces.
Does it? Would I know if it requires a tune?
You wouldn't know unless you ask. No.
Okay. So what else do I see?
You also see a cloak, a black cloak, completely engulfed in black smoke, hanging from a rack, labeled Shadow Ward, listed for 13,000 gold pieces. You see two daggers, kind of like crossed each other, labeled Aurum and Argentum, 3,400 golds. One dagger completely solid gold, the other dagger completely made out of silver.
Augment. Do I recognize this as another language or just a name?
Doesn't really mean much to you besides that's probably what the daggers are called.
Okay.
And you also see a bottle. A black liquid in a glass bottle. The bottom of the bottle has a little skull on it. The cap of the bottle is tied down with like a leather strap, like a small leather belt, called Bottled Abyss.
Bottle Abyss.
Bottled Abyss, yeah.
Bottled. Is there any more information on the Bottled Abyss, or is it just a nameplate?
It's a nameplate. You get the sense that whenever you see something you're kind of interested in, it's normal here to just ask an employee and they'll explain it to you.
What's the price tag on the Bottled Abyss?
5,000 gold pieces.
Okay. I'm gonna wait until Leonella's finished talking to her customers.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go over. What can you tell me about the helm over there?
The Helm of Heroes. It is a it grants a little extra protection, but only works on people that aren't wearing armor, unlike yourselves. If you were to equip this helmet without wearing armor and you're attuned to it, the helm will shine bright, granting you a little extra vitality, shall we say.
And the Bottled Abyss. What can you tell me of?
Ooh, has a single dose in each bottle. It is a poison meant for ingestion. They take a lot of damage as soon as the poison hits their system. and if their constitution is not strong enough to brush off the effects of the poison, the creature will be blinded and forever until the poison has been lifted, unable to sleep. Whenever the person under the effects of this poison tries to sleep, their dreams are plagued with terrible nightmares, and they will be unable to gain the benefits you would gain if you would have a normal night's sleep. The only way to get rid of the effects of this poison is by some pretty intense magic. And we all know what happens if you don't sleep for a lot of days straight. You end up dying. It's a nasty poison, that one. Hard to get rid of and very unforgiving on whoever ingests it.
Good to know. When we finished up our business to the north, I might come back maybe when we've been paid.
Fair enough.
Thank you for your time.
She nods at you and goes to face other customers. Is that your shopping trip done?
Mm-hmm. For me,
so.
at least.
Okay.
Yep.
So the people that went to the temple return. The people that went shopping return to the inn. Is everyone at the inn? There's nothing that people need to do still?
Nope.
How long can we go on tonight, by the way? Because there's a certain point that I would like to get to.
But
Um,
I would like to wrap up for once sooner rather than later, just because
Okay.
like there are people around and vacation and whatnot. But I don't want to make you end early because of me.
Okay. No, it's fine. We'll see how it goes. All right. So you've taken an hour roughly to go shopping, to go to the temple, and you all gather at the market again. Are you setting off on your journey to the Lonely Peak?
If it starts getting to a time where anyone does want to start like wrapping up, just say, say like, can we wrap up soon? And
Yeah, there's a certain point that I would like to end on today, but we'll see.
Let's go then.
Or I don't know, Rix. I think you know the way from here, don't you? If you don't mind,
Yes.
I'll walk with you, mate.
All right. So I guess I'll take the lead towards the peaks.
Okay. Yeah, you the journey to the peak goes by relatively uneventful. As you get closer and closer to the mountain, it starts getting colder and colder, and as you reach the foot of the mountain, you can see that the entire mountain is kind of like covered in the shroud of mist and cold.
When we get to the foot of the mountain, I want to turn into a polar bear because I'm getting cold, and also do a quick smell-based perception check, like sniff the air of the mountain, see if there's anything lurking in the mist that we might not.
Roll perception check.
Polar bear.
Minute to pull up the polar bear.
Polar bear.
Got it. All right. Perception.
Polar bear.
So I get advantage.
Polar bear.
What is? Oh, natural 20.
You smell
Aberrant.
nothing really.
It's pretty.
You don't smell the scent of any creatures that might be living around here. It's very, very scentless.
Okay.
You smell cold,
Yeah, fair. Fair. Like I figured it's probably nothing, but it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
And this will make climbing a snowy mountain.
Rix, you lead the group up the mountain pass that you described, and eventually make it to a cavern entrance. As you are walking through here, you eventually get to the ruins of some drow settlements. It reminds the part of the party that has been to Yesterhearth. A lot of the buildings share that same design, although it is very destroyed. It is very likely to think that at some point, if you would not have stepped in Yesterhearth, when you did, it would have started to look a little more like this. It's completely ruined. seems to have been ruined for a long time. And you eventually get across this place to another tunnel that Rix had described to you as well. Going up the tunnel, you can tell that you're going up because you have to climb like a slope a little bit. And eventually you see an exit. You can see now that outside of this cave, there's just a blizzard howling, and it's going fucking nuts out there. It seems very, very rough. But it seems like the only place you can go.
Can I do another smell perception check once we get to that, seeing the blizzard?
Sure.
How thick is the snow? How deep?
Once you get out of this cavern, thick enough to be considered difficult terrain.
I'm gonna try something.
What's your roll, Trim?
I rolled 20.
Okay. You don't smell anything, but you do hear sort of a rumbling in the rock above you. You're not sure what it is, but something is causing the peak of the mountain to kind of rumble, and there's something else there.
I try and I make like a growly, roary, kind of like quiet, not like to get attention, but just to get attention in the group, and kind of like paw up and gesture with my head up, as to try and see if I can make anyone else hear the noise.
I'm gonna try and figure out what she's.
With her directing you,
Where's Timmy in the
with her directing you to like, oh, you kind of take a moment and focus, and you also hear like a very low, like, rumbling sound.
And how many hours has it been since we were at the foot of the mountain?
I'd say at this point, your wild shape would have dropped. Like right now, like right as you
well, then
go
that'll be
to
the last
leave.
thing that happens before it drops. I'll just tell them then what I heard.
The way that these tunnels have worked is that it really cut a lot of time of your trip climbing up the mountain, because it's like a little thing that goes through the mountain up top. But now you have no choice but to traverse the last part of this journey over the mountain pass with a blizzard howling outside.
I'm gonna try something, guys. I don't know if this will work or not. Hey, so if you wanna step back about 10 feet, I'm gonna walk into the snow and activate my armor.
Okay.
Let's see if it has any impact on the snow itself.
You activate the armor, and the blizzard seems so strong and so intense that it's kind of like it is too cold for your like vortex to properly melt the snow or whatever. It is a very intense blizzard with that it's not, your armor is not enough to kind of aid in this situation.
Okay.
As like Nicole sees the blizzard, you'll see he kind of like, he looks really happy. He's like he's kind of smiling, looking at it. And he kind of says, Rix,
what's up?
if you can keep directions, I should be able to keep the group all right. I used to do this thing quite a lot, to be honest. Traveling mountain passes with groups, especially leading them over them. So if you let me know what any of the dangers are up ahead, other than the normal ones you get in the mountain, I think I should be able to keep the group all right.
I'm gonna turn off my armor.
Just walk dejectedly back.
I kind of turn to the group like, right, does everybody have a long bit of rope?
Yes.
I have 50 feet.
I know we don't particularly like doing it,
Actually,
but we
no,
should
I
tie.
have 49.5 feet.
Oh, well. But I know we don't particularly like doing it too often, but we should tie ourselves together, especially in this place. Don't want anybody missing. This is a bit too strong for that.
I will throw my 50 feet of hempen rope at him as he talks.
I will start.
I also have
fucking-
50 feet, but I think we only need the one length.
I will. I mean, if we. Up to you guys, since I was spaced out, you want to be if we be grouped up or spaced out, and I kind of start tying, like, Rix, don't mind being at the front, or would you prefer me kind of. Actually, I'll tie it so I'm at the front and then pass to Rick. So, like, Rick, you can give me. If you don't mind, Rick's being behind me and just giving me directions. That'd be.
That's fine.
I'll go at the back.
And then... If you see anything strange, guys, let us know. And we'll wait for everyone to be all tied up and.
Okay, so you all tie each other to each other, pretty much. And you start to venture out of this cave mouth.
With my pass, would I be able to try and find a more like safer route across the mountain, trying to be a bit more?
Roll a survival check.
That's not bad. Not bad at all. That's a 21.
21.
You've had to face a blizzard before. Granted that this blizzard is a particularly strong one.
Okay.
You know like if you just hug the edge of the mountain that the path you're going on, you manage to like get the party, getting Rix's instructions, get the party to where they need to go. Eventually you find another cavern, and at this point the blizzard is getting so intense that you really do not have much choice besides diving in there for shelter of some sort, because it's getting mad out there.
Yeah, I'll kind of dip in.
And in
Almost
this particular cavern, you see on the other side of this cavern is a tunnel. A tunnel completely covered in a sheet of ice. And a tunnel that seems too perfect to be naturally formed.
I'll kind of start to untie. I think we should be all right now, guys. Tie ourselves. If you want to stay together, you can, but I think we'll be all right for now.
And tie ourselves, unless
Yeah.
looking at the ground, is the ground like perfectly even?
This first like part of the cavern, it's very natural, so like it's not even. But when you get to that tunnel is almost like a perfect circle going somewhere, and like it's all covered in just a sheet of ice. Again, making it difficult terrain to pass over, but
Ice
it's
on the ground as well.
ice on the ground as well. Yeah.
I'll turn to Rix and be like, do you recognize this thing at all? Like, or is this more new to you?
No, this is the way that we went as well.
Okay.
All right then.
Can I tell anything about the thickness of the ice?
Roll perception check.
I want to get up close and see.
Roll investigation check in that case. If you're gonna get up close and like proper.
Do not.
My investigation's -1, but
Nada.
4.
Are you playing Revised Ranger or Normal Ranger?
Revised,
Okay.
I think. Didn't we say that?
I think so. Yeah.
I was just checking because Revised Ranger, Original Ranger had terrible stuff, but Revised Ranger has like you totally ignore all difficult terrain, and if you're traveling in a group in the wilderness after traveling for an hour, your whole group ignores difficult terrain.
Yeah.
Fucking dumb.
Oh.
It's so good.
Revised
do-
Ranger is great in some places and terrible in others.
That's what I was saying earlier. Do your job. Speed us up over this snow.
I actually, now that you mention it, I do have Arctic Natural Explorer. Does that help?
What does it do?
Natural Explorer, your favorite terrain type.
I mean, yeah. Like, what is your favorite terrain? That's for you
Arctic.
personally. Arctic. Then yeah, you do not have any issues with the ice and snow here.
Nice.
I think on D&D Beyond, you're just playing the normal ranger. I don't think that's Revised Ranger, so I don't think you can have anything that
Okay.
benefits the party at this point.
Actually, the original Ranger, the reason that one's a bit worse is that it only gives those benefits in your favorite terrain, whereas Revised Ranger gives them all the time.
Oh, really?
We are in his favorite terrain, so.
Interesting. What did you roll, Gypsy?
5.
5?
So 4 total.
That's some thick ice there, you know?
But it's thick. I think it would, or I believe it would like support the weight of the group.
Oh, yeah, no, it's not like you're in a mountain. There's nothing like, it's literally just something or someone made this tunnel and then it got covered with ice as time passed. It's not like you're over an abyss
Dumbass.
and this ice bridge is the only thing from stopping you to fall.
You say that right until the ice breaks and we will fall.
In a mountain.
I will start fucking walking on the ice. Kind of testing it as like I walk on it, kind of like try and make my footfalls a little bit heavier than normal, just to see if it can
Just
like
jumps on it.
You follow.
No, jump on it 'cause it's fucking-
You follow the tunnel.
Yeah.
And at the end of the tunnel, you find yourselves in this big room. Also all covered in ice. A completely hollowed out, massive room.
Are there any torches on the walls?
There are
Lit
not.
or unlit?
You see to your left a bunch of chests and things covered in a thick layer of ice as well. And to your right, you can see a pile of half-eaten animal corpses and also humanoid corpses. And in the middle of this room, standing on its back legs, spread, is a huge adult white dragon, all looking at you, just looking at you intensely. And that's gonna be where we ended for tonight.
No.
The minute we saw the thick ice, I'm like, there's a fucking, it's
Ice
gonna be,
dragon,
there's a
yep.
white dragon somewhere. It's gonna happen. And sure
White
enough,
dragon's
we
burrow,
found it.
guys.
Hey, look, guys, we killed one dragon. We can do it again.
So
So
we can not kill it.
that's gonna be where we pick it up next session.
Against a white dragon, we might not have a choice.
Kill the dragon. Kill the dragonborn. Same thing.
Guys, I know a guy. Don't worry about it. I've got this.
How big? Judge,
You
how
know
big?
again.
I know. I'll probably ask him. I'm gonna write it down for next week. How big is the chamber we've just found this dragon in?
I mean, granted that the dragon itself is like 20 feet tall when not standing on its back legs. It is a pretty big room.
Fair.
Pretty
Okay, cool.
Fine.
'Cause
5 foot by
I think
5
I
foot
know what I
rooms.
want to do, but I need to know if I have the space to do
You
it.
can turn yourself into a dinosaur if you want to. Yeah, that's big enough.
That is not what I was gonna do.
Oh,
but
okay. Well, yeah, it's
No.
rule of
That
thumb.
is Plan B.
Rule of thumb: if a huge dragon is big enough in this room, there'll still be plenty of room for other stuff. Then it's pretty safe to say that whatever you want to do as a druid, you can do there. Yeah.
Out of interest, you said there were no torches. Is the
There were no
room
torches.
dim lit, complete dark?
The room is dimly lit. Dimly lit.
Okay.
Alright.
Is there any one of us that doesn't have dark vision? Now we don't have Freddy with us.
Let's wrap it up.
I don't think
I don't have dark. Wait.
I
Do
don't
halflings
think
have dark? I don't think I have dark.
I don't
vision.
think I have it either.
I'm pretty sure I don't have.
All right.
I get
So-
it.
Next
never
week,
mind.
remind me to cast light. For
Next
the
week, y'all are
Write
gonna
it down in
fight
your notes.
a white
I do.
dragon.
No, we're not gonna fight him. We can do this
Dragon
diplomatically. We got this.
Why does everyone
White
have to?
dragons are
It's
like the
a
one
white
dragon,
dragon.
that never talk. They want to kill. Like
They're the
it's
most
literally.
feral.
Yeah.
Come on, Chromatus, you can help me out here. Chromatus goes, "This is your problem now, mate." He's like, "You're fucked."
I'm not dealing with this.
Summon a dragon god in a confined space. Smart.
I could
Because
summon him. Just be like,
you know.
"Talk to this guy for me, please." Smile.
Chat him up.
Yeah.
Chat up, yeah.
I figured if we would do this fight now, then we'll be here for like another hour and a half.
Yeah.
We
So
would, yeah.
Wait,
Nice.
This is
to
a
go- fight
wonderful
will go for an hour and a
cliffhanger.
half.
what's that?
Ooh, you said you think this fight will go on for an hour and a half.
At least, yeah.
Fuck yes,
Dun,
I love.
dun,
I love.
dun.
That's not a long fight. How about the 4-hour fight we had with the fucking?
I'm gonna
That
say
was a long
every fight is just elongated by how many players we have.
Yeah, true. True that. True
That's
that.
true.
Alrighty.
But, like,
So
there's
our
something
choices
fun
for
Duke's
choices
live.
for
That's it. Really.
rating.
Oh, Craven is
Yeah,
live. So.
Duke and Craven are the only two level select.
Was
If you have
it
someone
last
non-level
week we
select,
raided
then-
Craven?
We raided Craven last week.
I-
Yeah.
We should
So
go raid
Duke, I
Duke.
guess.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
With his funky
Yeah,
little
sure.
thing.
He's playing
Aren't we
some
playing Div
fucking.
with him tomorrow anyway. So.
Yeah, we are. We are.
Yeah, tune in for that crew.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll be here
Yeah,
next Sunday,
I found out fucking
where the party
yesterday, was it?
faces.
These cunts have had an ongoing joke about me saying, you know what I mean, for months without telling me.
Is
Yeah,
alright.
See, now
That's
that,
wonderful.
now that you know, you're gonna say it less when you're around us, and that ruins
Yeah.
it. Right.
And if I
We're
do
gonna
say it,
host
it will
up.
be intentional.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
We're gonna host up Duke. I'll be here tomorrow playing Divinity with Hanzo, Gypsy, and Duke. Fucking thanks for watching, guys. Once again, Copa, thanks for the host, and Ivory's Blaze, thanks for the follow. Appreciate y'all, and we'll pick this up next week. Where next week will probably be Natty's last guest episode.
Oh,
Because he's gonna
so-
die to a dragon.
Because
That's
he's
a
gonna
good
die.
die. Yeah, he's gonna die.
Yeah,
He's just
or
gonna get
TPK.
munched.
maybe
like,
because his
first
story
action
arc
of the
ends
dragon.
there. I don't know.
He's gonna fire an explosive arrow at a dragon and get eaten.
First
Yeah.
thing Dragon does is, chomp down on him.
Consume.
But yeah.
Then dead.
Shoot,
See you later,
shoot the-
team.
the
Peace
explosive
out.
arrows and explode them myself.